one moment. I'm going to pull you up here really quick. Boom, we got him! Blitz, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. We got him in here. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good. You saved me from myself. We were in here talking about aliens and and ancient astronaut theories. It got a little deep. Man. I'm not going to lie. Oh.
There's no such thing as a conversation about aliens that never gets deep.
Right. Yes, exactly. Downstorm said we can't hear you, so I've got you turned up a little bit. Let's just make sure. All right, Downstorm, you can hear him now. Cool, right. Cool.
How about now? Check. We're good? All right, cool.
Yeah. Dude, so...
Yo, Night Sky Prince actually raided me right before I raided you, so that actually ended up working out. We got a party.
Dude, yes! Final Fantasy fam, how are we doing, guys? The Legion's in here. Everybody's freaking here. How are y'all today?
Yo, we are having a great night, man.
Dude, heck yes. Well, man, I actually got to watch your video right before starting the stream, and like, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty epic, dude. It's pretty good. I didn't know, like, do you have a theory on like why that kind of the changing in the CPU? Do you have an idea of like what's going on behind the scenes?
You know, it's I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front to anybody that. Oh shit, Jose with the 5 gift subs, yo. My
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I know, freaking. Thank you so much. You're insane. Thank you.
Let me disable these.
Oh my gosh.
Customizing my stuff so it doesn't get in your way.
No, hey, you're cool. It looks good. I think it looks pretty all right over here on this end so far. And also, I do have our mods are posting them in That Girl Meg and Tommy the Headphones Breaker, but we do have 2 things set up for you right now. We've got a Blitz and a Blitz raid that we'll be posting throughout here. Because you were just sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, man. That's pretty awesome.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes. It's pretty legit,
gotta hit
man.
It with the voice.
Dude, they need you for the next commercial, man. I think so.
Oh, man. Yo, that would be sick, bro. It's so funny. I was just telling chat, too. Like, Raid Shadow Legends has been a meme as far as, like, content creators goes for over the last, 3 years. But, like... You always see whenever they start out the video, all right, guys, we got a sponsor, and like everybody's like, yeah, Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
They do the big voice drop, Raid Shadow Legends, and they zoom like and they look straight into the camera. But I love it. Like I love the fact that they reached out to us, and it's just it's a cool little I don't know. It just feels great to be because it's something that you've seen. Like I watch a lot of content creators. I watch them very often. So to see like. Similar things are happening for us. The ball is rolling. It just feels great. Like as far as this whole journey has been, you know. For those that don't know, I talked with John last year. Was it early last year or like the middle of last? It was before Yuffie's DLC came out. I know that.
Yeah. It was right before Integrate.
And we had such a great like talk. It was like all over the place. Like we talked about, I remember Metal Gear. We talked about Destiny. We talked about Final Fantasy. We talked about so much stuff. It was just like, it was such a great time. So anytime we have a chance to talk on here, like I'm always excited for it because we know it's gonna be a great show. We know it's gonna be a fun time, and we're just gonna have, you know, a blast.
Heck yeah, man.
Chatting.
Well, dude, like, I don't know. I feel like you've got that energy, you know? Like, anytime it comes through in all of your videos, and I actually watched back, dude. I'm, like, one of those deep diver people. If I get somebody on the podcast, I like to, like, really look into what they've done. And
you're like Sean Evans on from the Hot Ones.
Yeah,
he goes deep into their history, bro.
Guys, he be
asking them stuff, and they're like, "Bro, are you a Fed? Like, how do you know this?"
Yeah, guys, we've got private Blitz leaked emails. We're about to ask some serious questions about no, or even MySpace videos.
MySpace Gyrus walks onto the screen.
Yeah. But nah, man, like even in your older videos, like it was, I think it was, I can't remember which one it was that I saw that was like one of the first voiceover videos that you did. I think it was like something on Mortal Kombat, or it might have been like a Yu-Gi-Oh one.
Damn,
but dude,
back. Holy shit.
I'm just saying. But dude, you've always had that same, like, I like it because it's not like you're not necessarily putting on a face or putting on a character. It's like you are you, and this is like you're the same guy on your stream. It's awesome. I like it. And
Thank you,
Timothy,
dude.
we
Like,
do have toe picks.
that means a lot, man. It means a lot because for a long time I was worried, like with streaming and like the difference between the personality of the video versus
Mm-hmm.
the live aspect of it, and that was a big reason why I didn't live stream for a long time because I was worried that it wouldn't translate well. People would like look. It's like, oh, it's not the same guy, or it doesn't sound like the same guy. But slowly over time, I ended up getting really comfortable with it, and it just was like it was all in my head. I started like it's always like this for everybody that's
Mm-hmm.
starting out with a stream or podcast or like just putting themselves out there. It's always nerve wracking at first because when you're making a video,
Mm-hmm.
it's just you. Like if you mess up or whatever, if you make a mistake, you can edit that. You can edit and change that or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like live, it's just like it's all out there, you know. And it's crazy how the first live that I ever did, I didn't expect like 200 people showed up. I didn't know
Dude,
what to do
heck
with that.
yes.
I
That's
was like
freaking awesome.
I was like, who are you people?
And it's cool because, like, dude, I mean, with like streaming, you might, it feels like you're meeting all these people, you know, like, and I know that there's like technically, I guess, like the screen wall, but with
Mm.
streaming and the live streaming, they get to know you, and you get to really know, like, you actually get to form like legit connections with people and make friendships with people, and it's awesome. And I don't know, like, did you feel like that was the case whenever you were uploading videos before?
You know, not at all, really. It's funny. When I was uploading videos, I would see comments from people like before Final Fantasy. I would see
Mm-hmm.
comments from people that I recognize, regulars and stuff, and we would just, we would chat or we would talk about the video really quick, but there
Yeah,
just was no connection there. Like right now, I see Timothy John. He's a regular on all of our streams.
that's
He's a
awesome.
regular in our Discord. He's a big part of like the Blitz fam. He's always there. Like he's it's like it reminds me of this whole journey reminds me of back in the day
Mm-hmm.
when me and my friends were younger. We didn't play a lot of multiplayer games.
Mm-hmm.
We would play RPGs and just pass the controller around and just take
Yeah,
turns
yeah.
and talk about what's happening in the game. And that's what I feel like streaming. That's what it feels like to me right now. Like obviously I'm not passing the controller to nobody,
Mm-hmm.
but we're chatting, we're watching this game that we've all seen tens of dozens of times, played it
Yeah.
many times over, and it's like now we're connecting in a whole another way, and that's another thing that I kind of got addicted to because that's like
Yeah.
a nostalgic feeling that I kind of missed, and that if it makes any sense, you just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just something that I haven't felt in a while, and streaming makes me feel that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean that makes 100% sense. Like it, I don't know. And then too, something else that I really enjoy about streaming is the fact that you can, like, if you're having a horrible day and you're like, I don't know if I should stream today, and then you get on stream and then you start seeing all these familiar faces and you're playing a game that you like. It's like an instant, just like, I don't know, a boost in, you know.
It's a good pick me up. It's a
Yeah,
good pick me up.
definitely is, man. Desert, thank you so much for the freaking Fallout. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude. Like even today, this morning, last night, I had the worst sleep of
Mm-hmm.
my life. So I went. So I don't know if you caught it yesterday. I went live to go play First Soldier,
Mm-hmm.
and it was alright. I would say like 4 p.m. Eastern time,
Mm-hmm.
and I drank one thing of G Fuel.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that tasted so good. And then like I did a couple things, and before I went live, I decided to drink another thing of G Fuel, which I've never done before. So I drank two within a span of like an hour
Mm-hmm.
of each other. And I could not fall asleep last night, dude. I was like, I kid you not, I was up until like probably 6 a.m. tossing and turning, and then I woke up randomly at 8 a.m.
Oh god.
and I just felt like shit all day. I ended up taking a nap and felt a little bit better, but it's just like my energy was just shot all day today, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like as soon as I hit the stream button to like go live about an hour ago, and like now we're here kicking it. It's like holy shit, quick, where's all this energy coming from?
Yeah.
this is not how I was feeling like before, you know?
Yeah, and you know, like I before streaming and before COVID, I actually used to like play concerts and be like on stage playing guitar and singing and stuff. And this for me feels like, and I don't, it feels very similar to that, but like a lot more personal. And I was able to
Mm.
talk to a musician streamer recently, Jeanette, and I was talking to her. I was like, she does a lot of music streams where she's like playing and singing on Twitch, and she gets to talk to people in the middle of a song, and what a cool like different way from a traditional concert. Like you used to, like I don't know. It would be rude if I was like if she was on stage and I'm like, Jeanette, what do you think about like this dog picture I sent you or something like that, you know? But like now I don't know. You can just talk to them, and I don't. It's really cool. I like this new age that we've got going on.
Dude, and I was telling chat about like I don't know if it was like a spoiler for your stream or whatever, but like I thought it was the funniest thing ever the other day when I was in Baby Seal's stream and then we raided you and you have I think it's like 10,000 channel points where you have to draw a random picture for somebody, and I was like, yeah, I'd never seen this before. This is actually pretty cool. And you're talking like you really sold me on the fact that you're a legit like Bob Ross, you know, because you even threw out Bob Ross. Like, you know, everybody asks me like, how do I get the details so accurately displayed? And it's like, you know, it's just my man Bob Ross. You know, I practice every single day, and you know, just the craft is there or whatever, right? And then when you were done and you showed us the picture, I was like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I got it.
I don't know where that started, but there's literally an entire book over here that is like this thick that that girl Meg, my mod, got me. But I swear it is like completely full of pictures like that. And I don't know why it started like that. Somebody asked me to draw a picture, and I was like, "Okay, sure." And then I just drew a wiener on there.
Prank call somebody as a channel. Yo, these are so unique. I need to get my game up like you with channel points. You have some really interesting ones.
Thank you. Dude, send me a chicken sandwich. We have DoorDashed quite a few chicken sandwiches on stream, so
Damn.
I'm just saying. Yeah, hashtag chicken sandwich chat. We got this.
That is cool. And yeah, I'm gonna have to hit the drawing board after this.
Look, you just get in there. You get in there. We need, you know, maybe you could do like, because we got this Taco Bell thing going on, man. Maybe you could like DoorDash me Taco Bell or something. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
It's
Big facts. Big facts.
Yes. So, man, I wanted to ask, like, I know that our first podcast that we had, we talked a lot about Final Fantasy VII, where you thought like the state of it was at then, which was even before Integrate and Intermission. We've got a lot more now to talk about, but I really didn't get to talk much about like you and how you actually got started on YouTube and then now Twitch. So, like, do you mind kind of giving us a backstory of like, I think I've got back here. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, Blitz, overnight success. He just popped up out of nowhere." But then I also see on your YouTube, 10 years, my friend, 10 years with content creation. So yeah, overnight success, or do you feel like it's been a 10-year grind here?
Yo, man, it's been a mental game for one thing, because when I was in high school, right, we had he's still a really good friend of mine. We talk every week or so. So one of my good friends, his name is Jeremy, the gamer 2323 on YouTube. He actually has over 100,000 subscribers now, and like he's been doing YouTube full time for a long time. And in high school, we actually discovered his channel in class. Like, he was in class. We were like, "Wait, what? You do what now?" And like, he's showing us all these videos and stuff he makes, and he was like a little embarrassed by it. And I'm like, "Yo, this is actually really cool. Like, I didn't even know that you can do this." And this is like 2010, 2009, 2010.
Dang.
So then I actually created a YouTube account sometime around then, and I created another one for my personal channel not long after that. But then I just started watching a lot of people like just create videos, and I'm like, damn, I want to do this. Like, back then it was like, what, Ray William Johnson equals 3. It was Niga Higa, Prank versus Prank. Like, it was just like all these old school channels, you know, that I used to watch like on a regular. And it's just, I kind of wanted to do something of the sort, but I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't want to do like a prank channel or anything like that. I more or less wanted it to do like with gaming. So you'll see, like, if you go back further, because I didn't hide anything. Like, all the videos are there for people to watch.
Yeah.
I uploaded random clips of me just playing games with no commentary, and then it wasn't until Smash Bros, like, when I got really into like, all right, I got really into Smash, and I wanted to like showcase these crazy games that me and my friends would have, and then eventually I discovered the Smash community and seeing like all these guides and all that. It just, my mind was just being blown every year, like how deep YouTube can get. And then I finally pulled the trigger and got a microphone and started making Destiny videos.
Oh, dude, there you go.
Yeah, Destiny. I started off with like not guides, but like gameplays and like matches and funny moments and stuff. It wasn't
Hmm.
anything fancy at all. Like if you go back and look at it, it's cringy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Humble
But
beginnings.
you have to go through that. You have
Yeah.
to. It's like nobody's gonna upload something because like it's like when you when you start off your channel, you don't know who you're gonna be. You don't find yourself immediately. It takes
Hmm.
time. It
Yeah.
really just it takes time. So eventually you realize what you specialize in and you fit your persona, or you don't have a persona. You just you.
Hmm.
And I found that with fighting games. Like with fighting games, I started to take things seriously. Like yeah, I had Yu-Gi-Oh on there, and I was trying to like do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff with like
Hmm.
guides, but it didn't really do that well. But like when it came to Mortal Kombat, it came to Dragon Ball Z, it came to in fighting games in general, I
Hmm.
realized that not a lot of people know how to play them properly. And so I decided, yo, I'm gonna make guides. I'm gonna make tips and show people how to get better at something. Like, cause that's
Yeah.
what I used to look it up all the time.
Hmm.
Maximilian, dude. Max is
Oh
one of
my
my
God. Yeah.
he's my favorite YouTuber. Like I've been
Hmm.
watching him since 2011 when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out in
Hmm.
February that year. Came out around my birthday. I
Yeah.
sucked at that game, and he had videos like his series, how to get better, how these different things work, and I even copied his team.
Yeah.
But I really liked the content he was putting out, and that was a big influence on what I do now. And back then, I didn't even know he was a Final Fantasy VII fan. I didn't know that until
Ah, that's cool.
2014 when he was freaking out over the remake trailer.
Hmm. Dude, and like,
But
I don't know. I mean, it's just cool to think.
yeah,
Oh, go on, go on. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say like it's just I've watched a lot of content and it's helped transform me over time
Hmm.
to change it in a sense to match, I guess, to just match like all these different channels that I really enjoyed watching. And I realized that for me at least, to get noticed on YouTube is to create informative content
Hmm.
because that's just something that surges in the algorithm like
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah. And like, too, I see like there's a difference in your channel if you go all the way back. Like, if you look through your videos from start to finish, looking at older stuff, you like you can tell whenever you really started putting more, I guess, effort into the videos themselves. Like, you were making thumbnails for YouTube, you were doing like the voiceover work was happening, and started getting more editing going on. And it was really like, but that was, I mean, even like 4 years ago that I started seeing like thumbnails and stuff on there. And
Yeah.
do you feel like all of that, like, I know some people recently, like whenever Remake started getting kind of a little bit more steam in the YouTube, like looking for news, just people looking for anything that was like Remake Part 2 or
Yeah.
first Remake news. They were just looking for anything, and people were kind of like blowing up really quick without really developing that stuff or having that like backlog of lessons learned, editing, and just all the stuff that you already have going on for your channel that you've learned. And do you feel like having all that experience before getting kind of more shoved into the spotlight, do you feel like that's really helped benefit you to where you are now?
Tremendous. Yeah, that's actually a really good point you brought up that I didn't even think about myself. But like, yeah, it really did. Like having that practice from uploading videos for a long time with using Photoshop to create thumbnails and all that stuff really prepared me for what I figured people would be looking for with the
Mm-hmm.
remake. And like I had no intentions of creating news update videos or anything like that. That's like what we do now because it's dry season. There's not really much going on as
Yeah, yeah.
far as like gameplay goes. But I know exactly what you mean because very early on I was getting recommended certain channels that were getting like 100,000 views on videos and their thumbnails were just like not it wasn't anything special and they
Mm-hmm.
were talking about aspects of the game and leaving out very important mechanics and I'm just like bro, I got to make a video. Like this is just getting to the point where I'm starting to get mad because I'm writing in their comments like, "What? You didn't talk about this. You didn't talk about that." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Wait, why am I doing this? I should just make a video doing that." So
Yes.
I ended up doing that, and I did the first three videos I did were the Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa guides,
Mm-hmm.
basic guides, like how to play them. And dude, I I had never seen this before. Like I woke up sweating when I saw this. I posted those videos and
Yeah.
I was thinking I think I had uploaded clouds like I don't know, like late, like 10 p.m. at night.
Mhm.
And then I didn't even think anything of it. I posted it and I was like, tomorrow I'll post it on Reddit because that's what I used to do to
Mhm.
get cheap views and circulate a little bit.
Mhm.
Post my video on YouTube and then post it also in Reddit,
Oh, there
which
you go.
is it is frowned upon because you have to get the permissions from like moderators. But
Mhm.
the Final Fantasy VII Reddit was still very new that they didn't really have moderators like set up for
Yeah.
remakes. So I was just posting shit out and just like getting getting by, you know. But now you
Yeah.
have to ask permission. And I woke up the next day, dude, and this freaking cloud guide had like 9,000 views, and I had never seen anything like that.
Jeez.
And
Yeah.
now it has almost 200,000 now.
Good God,
So
man.
it's like I was not prepared for that. I was just like, oh my god, I need to do the Barrett guide. I need to do the Tifa guide now. Like I wanted to
Mhm.
keep the ball rolling because once you have that hit, like we're witnessing it live right now with Final Fan TV.
Mhm. Oh
Final
yeah.
Fan
Yeah. Oh my
TV,
God.
they put out that the concept video of if they were to do a fixed camera to mimic the original game.
Mhm. Such a
And
beautiful video,
friggin'
by the way.
yeah, they did a really fantastic job with it. And friggin' GameSpot, like all these really popular like articles were posting it, and
That is so
they
cool.
they're almost at 300,000 views on that video now. So
Oh my
Daniel,
God.
who's the main creator of Final Fan TV, he's like, bro, I need to do a part two. So he did a part two, put it out, and same thing. Now part two
Jeez,
is
man.
circulating, and it's like they hit a thousand subs. They're monetized now. It's like completely like different. It's really like hashtag capitalize. Once you
Mhm.
get that ball rolling, that's your first sign. Okay, this is popping off right now. This is what I should be doing. I need to make more things like this. So it's like once
Yeah.
you hit that, you gotta like grab onto it and not let go. Like it may seem like spam and like you're milking it, but bro, like that's how you build your presence. And that's how I'm known as like the combat guy, the guide guy, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that's. I'm trying to think of what the first recommended video of yours that I saw, but I saw you in a recommended, and I know I was watching a lot of like Night Sky Prince at the time, and so you might have up with like. I wanted to say it might have been a news thing though. I think it was a news. I can't remember. Did you do news stuff before Remake actually came out?
Not at all.
So,
I was afraid to. Actually, I wasn't afraid to. I just never thought about it. Like I
mhm,
was just like focused on creating all the guides I could because I
mhm.
was getting so triggered and bothered by other people's guides and them not talking about things that I felt like should have been included in their videos. And these people had like 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, and
Oh my
they got
gosh.
all the time in the world and stuff. But it's just like getting so much information wrong. I remember this guy made a Tifa guide video. He didn't even talk about Focus Strike, which I think is her best move in the game.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't even talk about it, bro. You just like you said, oh yeah, she has this move called Focus Strike, but there's this other move, and I'm just like, why? What?
Oh, what?
Like,
Yeah. What is this? Man, how long did that actually take you to make the first cloud video that you made?
dude, that took me 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it took me
Dang. I thought you were
took
going to
me
be like
3 hours because I used to live in Miami, and
mhm,
we had like this you can get this in like any other like major city or whatever, but there's certain like mom and pop like video game shops, like really
mhm.
small ones that get games early and they don't give a shit. They'll sell you the game and they'll just do a $10 markup price. So instead of
Oh,
60
dang.
bucks, I paid $70 for Final Fantasy VII Remake 6 days before it came out.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Guys, look for mom
Oh
and pop
shit.
shops. Let's do this.
That scared me. Yo, guys, thank you for the 20.
Oh,
Yo,
you
we
hit
hit the
it?
second tier of the
Yes!
raid.
Hell yeah, man.
Yo,
Dude,
let's
congratulations,
go.
brother.
Yo, thank you. Thank you very much for that, guys. I appreciate that. Yo, second tier. Yo, shout outs to John Reeves, chats, and everybody in there for doing that, man.
Thank you
Yo,
guys. Thank you. Hell yeah,
look at that.
man.
We're halfway now.
Dude. And what, it's been a day? A little over a day now?
Yeah,
A little.
yeah. It's just in a few hours it'll be about a day, man. Thank
Dude,
you
not even a
guys.
day.
Wow.
Goal one crushed. Your community is freaking awesome, man. But
Hey
yeah.
man, appreciate all of you guys. But yeah, so I knew this shop that had the game early, and I capitalized on that. And I was like, nobody, I need to absorb as much information from this game because I want to make videos for it. And it was
Hmm.
like the pandemic was here, so like my job actually closed down. They
Hmm.
got rid of everybody. They fired everybody, and it was just
God.
like, well,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? So I just went ham with YouTube, and it worked out great for me.
Dude, there you go. Well, actually, that is another question. Do you mind me asking, what did you do before you were a content creator?
I was a so for retail, right?
Hmm.
You ever notice like, okay, if you go to Best Buy, you go to Target, or you go to Walmart, there's people that aren't wearing Best Buy, Target, or Walmart shirts, but they're fixing displays, or they're putting up displays in the store.
Hmm.
I was in charge of the South Florida, Central Florida area. I was a market team lead is what it was called. But basically, I would train people how to go into Targets and locate the, I don't know, the new iPhone like 11 and set it
Hmm.
up on the display or something like that. And that's what I did. It was a cool job. I would travel a lot. I'd go all over Florida. Like one day I'd wake up and my boss would piss me off with this, but like they would be like, "Oh, we need you in Naples, or we need you in Fort Myers," and I'm
Oh,
just like,
dang.
"Bruh, what the hell? That's like it's random." Like I had
Yeah.
my day already set up, but it was cool because it was traveling. It was never every day it was a different store. I was never in the same spot back to back. So I was just traveling all over, dealing with electronics, teaching people how to like, set up displays, how to troubleshoot things, and
Hmm.
sales tactics and whatnot. So it was cool. I used to work for a company called BDS Marketing. The
Oh, there
division
you go.
I was a part of is closed down now, unfortunately, but the company still exists, but
Hmm.
only for groceries, I think now.
Oh, dang. So you got out at a good time, then, it seems like, you know.
Yeah, I did, right?
But like I was talking to I think NSP about this. Like I'm always interested in people that are full-time content creators and like finding out like how they transitioned from like what you would consider like the real world or like normal job type stuff into full-time content creation and finding like security in your work that you're doing now. I don't know. I'm just always really interested in how that happens. And I think NSP said that he was like a pharmacy tech or something like that, I believe, before he became one, and he pretty much said, "I'm out," and enrolled one day. So I think it's awesome, man. I think it's very cool, and it's good for people to hear that that's a possibility.
It is because it's not like I was in an interesting position too because it's not like I hated my job. I loved what I did,
Yeah.
but it obviously wasn't what I was passionate about.
Hmm.
Clearly, I mean, like it was a fun job. It paid well, but for me, like the pandemic directly affected me and a lot of
Hmm.
people, and I was kind of like in a like situation where it was like a fight or flight. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, if it's now or never. Like I've been doing this YouTube thing for so long. I want this to be like my focus. And
Yeah.
sure enough, August 2020, we officially like I registered like Blitz LLC, and we've been an official like LLC company, and it's
Dude,
been my full time like hustle since August 2020 was when we officially did it. So it's
that's
just
freaking
been a, it's just
awesome.
been a, it's been a great ride, man.
Was that before your cloud video came out, or was that following the cloud video's success, or?
Fo- Following the cloud video success and the streams and everything else after that, because I'll tell you straight up, like the cloud videos and stuff came out in April.
Hmm.
May, I continued like uploading like boss guides and stuff, and
Hmm.
those did really well. June, my girlfriend, she always like, yo, shout outs to my girlfriend Nadia. She's the one that kind of convinced me to do YouTube in the first place.
Oh, there you
But
go.
she actually brought up to me like, you're making these videos and they take a long time to make, like 3 4 5 hours to make and like get them
Hmm.
out there, and it's great, but why don't you try streaming? And I was giving her excuses. I was like, man, I don't know, like I was nervous,
Hmm.
I didn't want, like I was saying before, like I was in my head and I didn't want it to not translate who I am properly or just look weird, come off weird.
Yeah.
uh but I did that first stream in June, and it was insane. Like we were getting, I didn't even know I had donations on YouTube activated. Like we were getting donations. We were getting
That's
like
freaking awesome,
we
dude.
had 200 people on the stream, and I was just like, "Yo, this is insane! Like I can't believe I was like, yo, I was gonna go live for an hour, and we ended up being live for like 6 hours. I was
Oh
addicted.
my
I was like,
god,
yo, it was
dude, that's
crazy.
awesome.
And then I streamed again the next day, and then YouTube actually, I remember this. YouTube sent me an email Saturday morning, and it said, "Hey, your YouTube channel BltzZ has been doing very well. We want to feature you on Creator on the Rise."
Oh,
And
that's
I was
cool.
like, I was like, okay, whatever, cool. Like I didn't know what it was, and then I woke up Sunday morning, and I had 600,000 views over the last like 8 hours.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
god.
what the fuck? Yo, it ruined, yo, that shit was amazing, but it ruined my averages for the next like
Y'all are
it ruined
fucking
my
with
averages.
the.
But dude, they so what they did was they actually took my last 3 videos and they put them on the trending page, which was
Mhm.
really really cool. And I'll show you guys exactly what they did, because if you go on YouTube right now, and how the hell do you explore, okay.
Mhm.
Explore, okay, right here. So let
Let
me
me
see, you
see
guys
if I
can see
can.
that, right?
Yeah,
So let me back
that's actually
here.
perfect too. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera, but you freaking did it. This is the
Yeah, let's
most,
go.
the most technologically advanced guest we have had, chat. I think we need to acknowledge that.
I'm here to help you guys.
I didn't even
So
know.
if you go here,
Mhm.
right? So for the Sunday, it said that they were gonna make me creator on the Rise,
Mhm.
and I was gonna be on the trending page. So if you go on trending here, you
Mhm.
see how it says artist on the Rise right here?
Mhm.
That's my channel was here, and like my videos were all like right here on the
Oh my
trending page.
god.
So I didn't even know they did this, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
didn't
how many
either.
times you can get it. So it was like crazy.
That's
But
pretty
then
freaking
if you go,
awesome.
so they do that for 24 hours, and
Mhm.
then for the rest of the week, you're featured on the gaming tab. Same thing. So if you go
Oh
on
my god.
gaming, I don't see it right here, but like same thing. You were like featured
Yeah,
here, and it said like gaming creator on the Rise, and it had all your
dude, that's so
videos here.
cool.
So like my channel was like stupid for like the month of June,
Oh my god.
and I don't know if I mean, we'll probably be able to replicate those numbers again, but like naturally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's what we were talking about that a little bit before the podcast started. But I'm really thinking that like what we've got the 30th of January gonna have
Yeah.
the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. I think you're gonna have a lot of news to cover, man. And I think we're gonna have a huge surge of people just like scouring YouTube for some kind of content creation on that. Any
No,
news?
exactly. Yeah. No, you're right, bro. And it's exciting because you think 35 years of Final Fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people really like our generation mainly got into it around the time where Final Fantasy 7 like came out. That's when they really hit like massive mainstream success. Like they were
Yeah.
big before, but it's just like that shit was like people that didn't play RPGs knew, and still like till this day, people that don't play RPGs or
Mm-hmm.
watch anime, they know what like Final Fantasy 7 is. They know who Cloud is. They know what the Buster Sword looks like. That
Yeah.
game just like brought it catapulted the franchise into a whole nother thing.
It
And
really.
to see
Yeah.
that they're celebrating their 35th anniversary this year, that is a feat right there. Like holy shit.
It's
And
insane
I
that it's been
definitely
around that long, man. Yeah.
I definitely will try to find a way to capitalize off of that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, everybody's saying that they're going to do some type of a news drop. So fingers crossed, we'll actually have some kind of information. We've literally, I mean, I think I said this earlier. We're like, just anything happens from the development team, we're like, wait, what? What? Huh? Is there something happening behind it? And like, it's a lot of fan theories, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we get. Is there any fan theory that you've seen come out recently, and any of the content creators that you're like, this is it, that really resonates with you?
Oh yeah, Chrono Cross. The Chrono Cross. So I'll say it since now there's no like limit on it now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But a few months ago, it was like another content creator friend of mine
Mm-hmm.
told me that they just got offered a sponsorship deal to promote this mobile game,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, what kind of mobile game it is? Is it like Final Fantasy related? He said no, but yes. And I'm like,
Oh
what do you mean
God.
no, but yes? He's like, it's Square Enix related. And I'm like, okay, well, like
Oh
RPGs, like what exactly is it?
yeah.
And it was for this game called Another Eden.
Mhm.
That's I think it's a gotcha game. I
Mhm.
think it is. And but the event was basically saying that Chrono Cross, because there was a lot of rumors before that Chrono Cross remaster was coming out and it was going to be a thing,
Mhm.
and they were told that they had to use this Chrono Cross like footage and like all this stuff to promote that Another Eden is going to be having Chrono Cross like characters in there and an event basically surrounding the entire game. And it's so random. Like, why do that? Like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. Like, why would they do that?
Mhm.
So I do believe very soon we're gonna see something. We're gonna see stuff about like Final Fantasy Tactics. We're gonna see stuff about Chrono Cross remaster. Hopefully Chrono Trigger. I don't know what the
Oh God.
restrictions. Yeah, dude, there's like some crazy restrictions on that because of like Toei Animation and
Mhm.
Akira Toriyama and like the rights to like the character designs and all this crazy shit that I'm pretty sure Square Enix did not anticipate when they created that partnership all those years ago.
I know. Like that's what I was kind of wondering. I mean, everybody's talked about Chrono Trigger or yeah, Chrono Trigger coming out, and I'm like, man, getting that team back together again has to be like literally pulling the gods from the skies and being like, okay, you have to work together. Like there's
Yeah.
such huge names on that, and I don't understand how they're gonna do it. That's the only thing that I've been really like skeptical about them actually doing a remake because there's such massive names that are a part of it, and you know they gotta have some ego about it. So
Dude, it's a crazy task to say
yeah,
the least. It's an insane task. Like I can't imagine what the hell they're gonna be getting themselves into with that, but I know for a fact that they are aware of the fan outcry for it.
hmm
So it's more or less a legal like obstacle course they have to get through in order to get to that point.
yeah,
But they know the fans want it, and yo, it's like I mean, you see what Smash has been able to do. You just
yeah, that's
gotta
true.
you gotta really like get out there and just
Yeah,
gotta get that representation out there, man. People will pay for it, people will play it, and that's all that matters.
yeah.
Just pay whoever it is you need to
Get
get this stuff
the
to get this shit made.
yes, 100%, man. Make it happen. And like I mean, I guess kind of on the same path of that. Like a lot of people have been asking for, and this might be completely left field, but like Super Mario RPG 2. They have talked about that for so long, but I feel like that's probably something we're never going to see because Square
Bro,
and Nintendo, I guess.
I didn't even know that was a Square Enix game until
Yeah.
2020 when I was streaming Legend of Dragoon,
Mm-hmm.
and
Dude, that game is so good.
they were telling me we were talking about RPGs like while I was streaming Legend of Dragoon. They were like, "Oh, you gotta try out a Super Mario RPG one day," and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's funny that they say that because back in the day, I downloaded Super Mario RPG by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I meant to download. I'm still really into Dragon Ball and stuff, but
Oh,
like
me too,
back
dude.
in the day, before Budokai, there was no Dragon Ball games like
Mm-hmm.
that you can play without a mod chip or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back then I had an SNES emulator, and the
Oh
emulator,
god.
I was trying to download this Dragon Ball game called Super Budoden, the Super Budoden series. There's three
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
and I thought I clicked on Super Budoden, but I clicked on Super Mario RPG, and I downloaded it. And when I put it on, I'm like, "The fuck, Mario? All right, whatever. I'm just gonna check this out." And I'm like, "Holy shit! It's an actual RPG. Like this
Yeah.
is pretty sick."
Yeah.
And
The fact
yeah,
that
that's
Square had that is insane, man. And there's actually a lot of like little Easter eggs Square Enix put in there, or I guess was it Square at the time? I think, or I can't remember if they were Square Enix yet.
Yeah, SquareSoft.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would love to see that happen. And like, if nothing else, maybe even like a remake, remastering, or something in those lines. That was such a cool story for a Mario thing.
And I know for a fact the biggest obstacle for them was definitely Nintendo because
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo just does not like to play nice or play with anybody for that
Yeah,
matter.
yeah. They're pretty much like if you're doing it by the way that we ask you to, then cool. But if not, bye. Like I don't know.
Yeah, dude,
They seem
they went out of their way to copyright a few of my old Smash Wii U videos. It's just like
Really?
gameplay of me against my friends, and they copyrighted because of the Kirby music. Like
Oh my
6 years
god.
later,
Oh, that's cold.
it's like, all right, you could have the 25 cents that video made, I guess.
Yeah. Man, on my old podcast, we used to do like a live reaction video. So we'd do like hangout watch party type things on YouTube. And we had never watched WWF. We watched a lot of like UFC fights and stuff. And we watched one WrestleMania. We went nuts with it. Had like a really big, huge party ever at my house. Had like food, and we had like challenges where people would get slammed through fake tables and stupid, funny stuff. And like it was a ridiculous stream,
Yard
dude.
wrestling style.
it was so dumb, but it was in my old stream room. But the WWE ended up sending us like a cease and desist thing and like took the video down. It was one of our highest viewed. I think we had like it was something like 60,000 people or something like that. It was like a massively viewed thing because I think people thought it was the actual like WrestleMania or something. But dude,
What?
they took it down. Yeah, they were like, you can hear the announcers talking or like our wrestlers talking. I was like, dang it.
Wow,
That's
that's
cold.
crazy, bro.
I'd like to think it was Vince McMahon that actually sent out the cease and desist. Fingers crossed. It was like those
They're
tables.
they're still mad at the World Wildlife
Yeah,
Federation for WWF.
for real. Yeah, but man, going
Uh,
like back to your streaming career. Was there ever a time in your YouTube before you took off that you were like, I'm probably gonna quit or hang it up, or was there a time that you thought about quitting and then you just came back into it? And if so, what happened?
yes, Mortal Kombat 11.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a great and negative time with that game, man, to a point where it like mentally bothered me. Like it
Oh dang.
actually, like stuff doesn't always get to me. Like I'm, it's pretty difficult to like crack me in a way. To like
Mm-hmm.
I have thick skin in a certain sense, but it's just the fact that I loved Mortal Kombat 11 so much, and it actually was the game that had my first 100,000 view video.
Oh dang.
I did a Sub-Zero guide,
Mm-hmm.
and it did really really well. It was like it was groundbreaking too because I was using because back in the game you can customize certain abilities together and have
Mm-hmm.
a different play set, and I made the video on that, and people were just like, "Yo, this is sick!" Like, wow, I didn't even think about using that combination, so it did really well. So naturally, I was like, okay, follow it up with more videos like that. So I
Yeah.
started doing Katana, I started doing like other characters, and then YouTube went through this crazy period where Mortal Kombat's uh bone breaking and blood was too
Mm-hmm.
realistic.
Oh
They
god.
thought it was actual violence. They thought it was actual like their search engine or their robot or whatever, their filters was
Yeah.
picking it up as actual violence. And I was getting like every single video of my Mortal Kombat stuff was getting taken down and
Mm-hmm.
demonetized. And it's like Mortal Kombat videos are so fucking hard to put together, man.
I
And
can
I would
imagine,
go,
dude.
I was like, so when they gave me the first copyright, not copyright thing, sorry, demonetization
Mm-hmm.
notice, I looked up other channels, and what they were doing was they were colorizing the blood in post edit,
Okay.
and like it's such a tedious and difficult thing to do for every single frame. And
Mm-hmm.
because like in Mortal Kombat, you punch somebody with a regular punch, their blood shoots out,
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to go and do that, and on top of it taking 4 hours to edit this video, it would take another like 2 or 3 hours on top of that
Oh my
to
god.
do those safe edits to make it friendly for YouTube.
Yeah.
And it would still get like demonetized, bro. And I was just it really crushed me because I'm like, man, I felt like I had just recently reached my dream, like I had
Mm-hmm.
a video that hit 100K in Mortal Kombat that I loved. Videos followed up and they did really well. And now YouTube is like trying to take that from me. Like I couldn't do anything about it. And
Yeah.
like I would even blur out the bones breaking and stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was so frustrating and difficult. It got to the point where I used to tweet at Mortal Kombat all the time, like, "Yo, can you guys please like add in a filter in the game to just like change the color of the blood?" Because Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
9 had that. You could make
Yeah, I was
you
about
can
to
make the
say.
blood rainbow. You can make
Mm-hmm.
it rainbow if you wanted to. And I'm like, "Yo, this it would really help out a lot if you guys could do that." And it was really demoralizing because of how long it took to really make a video, and it got me thinking, like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore if this is what it's gonna be like. And then
Yeah.
YouTube, after I stopped uploading Mortal Kombat stuff, they changed where now when you upload a video on YouTube, I don't know if you notice, it says under monetization, does this
Mm-hmm.
video feature video game violence or not?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
so now that was directly because of Mortal Kombat. They added that whole thing
Dang.
because of that. And now it's been better for people that play more violent games. They can recognize this is a video game. This is not actual real life violence.
Yeah. Well,
So that was a hard time for me.
dude, I don't doubt it. And then after you put so much work into these videos, and then they're just like demonetized.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know too. Is like once a video gets demonetized, you see the views get cut in half right before
Uh,
your eyes.
yeah.
Because like if you upload a video, you can see the trend. You can see, okay, by this time, if it's still like, trending or whatever, it'll be this many views.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll upload a video and the next day I'll see it's on pace to reaching 10,000 views or whatever, which is
Mm-hmm.
really good for Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get the alert saying it's demonetized. And then over the next 2 hours, where it would get like 1,000, I guess, views every hour, it
Mm-hmm.
would drop to like 100 views
Oh my
in those
god.
2 hours. And
Yeah.
it's like, bro, like that's what demonetization does because they don't recommend it. It's just raw searches after that.
Mm-hmm. God, yeah, that's rough, man. Well, how did you get out of that funk? How did you like overcome this? I'm probably gonna hang it up and get back into it, get back on the horse, so to speak.
Final Fantasy VII. Let's to be honest, because like I went a long time without playing or like uploading videos, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like Final Fantasy VII is coming out soon, and that's like it's a game that I loved growing up, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I really would love to see, like, if I made videos for this, it do actually well, and
Yeah.
it did really well, and honestly, it all came back to me in like a span of like a week, because like I was making those videos, and I felt like different, like I felt great. I didn't really have to like edit out too much things. Like there was no blood in the game at all, so it's
Yeah.
just it felt fantastic to be able to not have to worry about that, and to see that people were enjoying it and still are enjoying it. And
Yeah.
that really, the game saved me twice, man. Saved me twice because I was also technically unemployed.
Dude, yeah, yeah. Do you feel like I guess did you have like a big following or a big community in the Mortal Kombat gaming community,
See,
I guess?
that's another thing that kind of like that caught me off guard when things started going well for Final Fantasy, because I was getting the same views that I was getting,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't getting the same amount of subscribers. I wasn't retaining people. People would come and
Yeah.
they'd watch, and I would get like views on the Mortal Kombat videos,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd comment and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'll check it out the next upload. I'm here or whatever, And I'd see some names come back, but it's nothing like Final Fantasy. Like when I started making Final Fantasy videos, like people just started like sticking around, and then it really showed me that more so when I did the stream and I saw the same names in the comments. People
Mm-hmm.
show up to the stream, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like
Yeah.
this is all new to me because I felt like there was no community when I was making Mortal Kombat videos.
That's cool how that works. I mean, like honestly, even actually, so I've seen like the opposite of that with my podcast. Whenever we were on YouTube, I think we'd have maybe like just a few people comment whenever we do like our weekly podcast. But then whenever we moved over to Twitch, it was like the same people were coming through, and it was a lot more of a community started happening like naturally, I guess, with just that. But it's cool to see that happen, and the Final Fantasy community is freaking insanely supportive. Scooby Snack says, your Final Fantasy VII OG streams is how I found you. I love seeing your passion for it. It was amazing. And that might be the
Yeah,
case
dude.
too, that people can see how much you're enjoying the game, and they're just like, that's contagious, they want to stick around.
Yeah, and it's like my favorite thing about it too was that like seeing this game that I loved growing up and
Mm-hmm.
that now I can make videos on and hang out with a group of people, but also get to re-experience the game all over again from a whole different perspective, because we have a whole lot of people that were teaching me things about the game that I didn't even know
Yeah.
about, like the like master materia and all that shit, right? Like at the end of the game, if you defeat like ruby weapon, emerald weapon, and you
Mm-hmm.
collect all the right items and stuff, you can get like a one solid green materia called master materia
Mm-hmm.
for like the for magic, and it has every single spell in the one materia. It's just like holy shit, I didn't even know that that existed because I could never beat Emerald Weapon. I never
Yeah.
tried, I never attempted to.
Mm-hmm.
So to see like all these cool things people would tell me about with this game that I thought I knew a lot of stuff about, to just see how much deeper it can get and create a
Yeah.
whole nother experience with the viewers and stuff, that just felt there's nothing else like that, man. It just felt great because I feel like that's an experience that we all shared now. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
that was on that stream was there for that moment, and I think that's what like Scooby was saying, the OG streams was doing for people, like keeping people as a whole like
Yeah.
around.
I think that's insane that like that's such a cool experience that you and your stream were able to experience together. And like, I mean, for me, before I started streaming, I had like probably 100% the entire freaking Final Fantasy VII game, and without like speed running and doing all the glitches and stuff, I've like looked into things like YouTube and stuff. So to see you like actually beat Emerald Weapon on stream live for the first time would be freaking awesome. And I think that's probably like one of the more like genuine things. It's probably a lot of the reason again that you got such a strong community.
Yeah, dude, and they helped me out a lot. Like it's like I make guides, yeah, and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
show people like certain things, like how to do this, how to do that, or whatever. But it's nothing in comparison to what some of these things that people taught me about the old game. Like when I was
Yeah.
playing it with them on stream, it's just like a
Mm-hmm.
whole. Like I said, man, it's just I love this game so much, and one of the best things I'm a strong believer in this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, one of the best things in the world that you can experience is re-experiencing a nostalgic moment all over again for the very first time. And that is something that there's a lot of serotonin that hits me when I feel that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
really addicting. Like I want to feel that more times than not.
Yeah.
So to see like the like Tim just said, finding a whole community that nerds out is hard over Final Fantasy was
Mm-hmm.
a life changer for him. It's like to find you guys to do that with me, like while we're playing these games together. It's just that's just an experience in its own.
Yeah.
Crazy to me,
Yeah.
and it's always something new to learn, like what Anthony Giannuzzi said.
Mm-hmm. And man, I don't know. Like speaking of, I guess just those nostalgia moments whenever they like. For me, it's the music. Like the music in Final Fantasy VII, and then more recently, we're going back through Final Fantasy VIII on stream. But like those songs and melodies, kind of like got stuck in my head at a very early age, and then
Yeah,
like that's the whole reason I started playing back through 8 again. I've learned how to play Bull McGarden on piano because somewhere I heard it. I don't remember where it was at, or maybe I just started humming it in my head, and I was like, "What is that?" Oh yeah, but like there's just so many iconic moments in the games, themes in the games, songs in the games, and it's like you can pretty much
it
nerd out.
sticks with you.
Yeah, yeah. Got the second magic up, by the way. Dun dun dun. But man, I don't know. I honestly, kind of like John said, or what? How do you pronounce his name?
Oh, Timothy John.
No, the Jianu
Oh,
Z
Giannuzzi.
Giannuzzi. There you go. I am completely illiterate, by the way, chat, and I do apologize. But no, like saying there's always something new to learn is fun. There really is, and I see like there's a guy I've been watching recently called Death Becomes Us, and he's been doing like speed runs and trying to find out like glitches within the game. It's insane. There's like an unlimited amount of things that you can go through and really just like find random
Yeah,
little.
dude. They just recently, I think it's like 3 months or 2 months ago, they just found out a way to skip the calm flashback.
Yeah, it's insane, man. I mean, like, and you know what? Like, whenever you played Final Fantasy VII for the first time, how old
Yeah.
were you whenever you played it?
It would have been 1999. It was like it was a couple years after it came out, so I
Mm-hmm.
would have been six going on 7.
And yeah, around the same for me. And people don't realize, man, the internet wasn't as much of a thing then as it is now. And like, there were like, I mean, there was maybe like, I think there was a website called like Cheat CC, like Cheat Code Central. I don't know if you ever used that back in the day, but
So
Like,
back in the day, it was I didn't use that one, but I used to use GameWinners.com and
yes,
GameFAQs.
GameFAQs, dude. And I think GameFAQs is still around. I'm pretty sure it's still around.
Yeah,
But
their forums is still up.
dude, it's too good. It's too good. But yeah, GameFAQs, exactly. And like, so I would get on there sometimes, but it was like dial up and everything was text. There was no Blitz back in freaking 97 that's like, here's how you're going to beat the game on hard mode. It was like, you're good luck finding out how to beat the Emerald Weapon by yourself, you know? It was
That's
some
why
rough stuff.
it blew my. That's why I love the game so much too. Is because the first time I played it with my cousin, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know Yuffie was a member you can get in the party. You could totally
Yeah.
miss her. You could totally like not even encounter her at all. And same
Mm-hmm.
thing with Vincent. Like Vincent, when I found out that Yuffie and Vincent were characters, I was like, what?
Yeah.
This just changed everything. Holy shit. Like I thought I played the game with every combination possible except Kate Sith. But going back and like getting Vincent and Yuffie and adding them to the party and just like seeing like the whole Wu Tai scene play out differently with Yuffie in the party. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? There's just so much more to this game than
Yeah.
that people just keep finding.
Yeah.
Whether it's like cheats or whether it's like extra content, it's insane, man.
Brady Games. Oh my gosh. I don't remember Brady Games really, but dude, Game Facts
Brady
and
Games guides, yeah.
mm-hmm. Recently I went through and played 7, 8, and 9, but this was not on stream unfortunately. But I platinumed all of them. Except for 9, by the way, because the freaking jump rope. There's like a jump rope trophy you can get in 9.
Oh, you gotta unless you get like the repetition down, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
use that cheat on the PS4 remote play.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google it and I'm gonna make it happen because that's the only trophy that I'm lacking on
yeah.
the game, and I think I can
Because
get
what
to like 10 maybe.
so what you can do? Because
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a video of this, but for something completely different. Like you can create with remote play since you're on your PC,
Mm-hmm.
you can create a game a script, a notepad script to basically say to press the X button every certain number of increments, right? And somebody created
What?
a script that's perfect for the jump rope, and it'll just nail it 100, like 1,000 perfectly, right?
Oh my god.
Uh, it's insane.
I'm
But
doing
that
this.
shit like blew my mind. I found that out recently when we were playing 9. Somebody was saying how they had to use that to get it, and I was like, holy shit! I created something like that for Injustice 2. Because Injustice 2 had this game mode where you could do a survival
Mm-hmm.
attack,
Yeah.
and you can just basically set up a script to just keep pressing X over and over again, so that
Mm-hmm.
if you die, it'll just start it up again, and you could just allocate points overnight. So I
Yeah.
created a video on how to do that,
Oh
but I
my
didn't know that
god.
you could actually use that and customize it in a way like that. It's insane.
Yeah, dude, that is freaking awesome, man. I don't know. There's so much. That's another thing. We did not have these things back in the day, and like Downstorm, I didn't know that that was the people that made the strategy guides that were in Walmart. So I think I eventually got one of those for Final Fantasy VII, just for more of like a collector's type thing. But it was years after I got the game that I got the strategy guide.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's nuts, man. But
that is such a great time too, man. I think
yeah.
the first strategy guide I ever bought too wasn't for Final Fantasy. It was for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas,
Oh my god. I bet that was
and
awesome.
that's a deep game to get it for too.
Yeah. I bet it was the freaking like Bible thickness book. I have a
Yo,
story with that strategy guide for Final Fantasy VII. I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for it. But
sick.
if not for Final Fantasy VII, as far as content creation, or not for just Final Fantasy in general, what would be another series that you really would like to focus in on as Blitz, the content creator?
If it's not for Final Fantasy
Mm-hmm.
in general,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. I'm actually aside from like fighting games and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really really good at like shooters. Like I'm really good at like Call of Duty and stuff, and that's actually originally what I wanted to like focus on
Mm-hmm.
was like the first person like shooter aspect. So if it wasn't for like Final Fantasy, the next thing I would like to get back into is probably like a blend between sorry, I said Final Fantasy, a blend between fighting games and like the shooting genre, whatever it is.
Dude, there you go. Yeah. I think that'd be awesome, man. I feel like Do you think that since you're doing a lot of the Final Fantasy VII First Soldier streams, is that kind of like helping satisfy those things?
It is. It has been. I had a craving for like so long of like playing like a battle royale game again because I used to
Mm-hmm.
play before like Remake came out. I was playing Warzone a lot. I was playing Apex Legends a lot with like my cousins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And to see like, oh shit, Final Fantasy is coming out with a battle royale. That's something
Mm-hmm.
that I could definitely like play from time to time and just like it's like a guilty pleasure type of game. Because at first it was a joke. Like I was like, eh, whatever. They got a battle royale. It's kind of funny. Then I played the beta and I was like, whoa, that was
I know,
actually
yeah.
really fun. And then I played the game and I was like, man, I am addicted to this.
Yeah, dude, that's the same way with me. I was like, I saw a lot of stuff that was saying like I saw a lot of negative things on it first. Everybody was pretty much saying like this was a game that was not Final Fantasy related at all, and they just slapped Final Fantasy VII on there to get like buys or, get downloads
Yeah.
and stuff. And then like as soon as I actually played the game day one, I was like, okay, there's like some cool story going on here, and now I'm obsessed with it. Like if I go to the gym and I'm on the bike for like an hour or something like that, I'm playing that game the entire time I'm at the gym. It's freaking awesome.
Dude, I'm with you on that, man. That's actually a really good hustle.
Right?
It's like
Yeah.
you're burning calories over there. You're getting in shape, staying in shape, man. And
Yeah.
you're over here like clapping motherfuckers online.
Well, I mean, you clap people. I, on the other hand, get clapped constantly. So I'm like lucky not to throw my phone. Like it's gonna hit the water cooler one day. People are gonna be like, "Why did that guy just toss his phone?" It's
Eh,
it's rough.
we gotta party up, man. Me, you, and Legion.
Oh
Next
yes, dude.
time
There
I'm
you go.
streaming it.
Well, man. Apparently somebody has stolen my pajamas. But man.
Oh,
So
if you don't mind, I'm gonna switch my camera because I noticed it's kind of like I saw what you were talking about. It's lagging the window capture.
oh yeah, yeah. Dun, dun,
I'll
dun.
switch it. I'll switch it real quick. Shouldn't take me too long.
And then the whole stream
Stop.
explosion. His name is Carl. He's a nice guy. He fits your pajama pants. Jody, which pajama pants has this Michael Jackson lookalike intruded? I didn't know. I mean, if you're saying that I've got the same lower half as Michael Jackson, I don't know what that's saying. Like, is that good? I don't know if that's good or a bad thing. I have no clue. Dude, Eddie's
You'll
back.
never know.
Yes. Speaking of MJ, we can see the MJ and also Snake poster in the background. I like it.
Oh yeah. Now you can see that.
Yes, and massive Buster Sword, dude. I am green with jealous rage right now, chat.
Oh, I got a treat for you actually. Hold on a second. A good friend of mine bought me this
Oh, yes.
when it was worth $3,000 when he bought it for me.
Oh,
This
my
guy
God.
is one of my best friends. Like so.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. Guys, we've turned the colors green because we're so jealous. We're so freaking jealous. Well, it worked, Shrugs. Corruption, how are you freaking doing today? And he's going to switch to a more rear view. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my God.
It's an original sealed
Dude.
black label Final Fantasy VII. It
Oh, my
actually still
God.
has the original PlayStation. Remember back in the day, this silver tab
Oh,
on
my
PlayStation
God.
cases?
Dude, I forgot about that. That was the biggest pain in the ass, by the way.
Yeah, because I used to bite my nails and I could not peel that shit at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, and then you get a little start. It like didn't have any kind of like guide. It was just like, you can maybe rip this off right here. It was the worst, dude. Did anybody else just get nostalgia just flooding through their body right then? That was freaking nuts. So a good friend of yours got that?
It is not a perfect grade. No, this is an 8.5. I think there's only one perfect grade in existence, but everybody thinks
Dude.
that Wata like boosted it or whatever. And like I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. I mean, I used to collect cards and like buy graded cards and stuff like that. So my friend saw this and we just I put him on to Final Fantasy and he put me on to Tekken. So like it was like
Oh, dude,
it's like a
Tekken was so
bond
good.
that we like share in
Yeah.
that way. So he saw this and he was like, "Yo, since you're doing really well with Final Fantasy, it's a gift for you." And I was blown away when he bought me in it because it's like
Yeah.
now it's worth like $10,000, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Has he been working out or is it the pink headphones? Oof. All right, that's a personal question for Blitz. I don't know. We're
it's
thinking
the
he
pink
might.
headphones. It's definitely the pink headphones.
There you
Gets you extra manly, more buff.
Yes. Dude, but that is insane. That is probably the coolest collector's piece of Final Fantasy VII that I've seen, actually. Like, the fact that it
Dude,
still has the little
the
pull tab on
steel
it,
and
I
everything.
can't even get over it, dude. That's
It
insane.
even has, like the peg hook holders. It has that on right
Oh
there.
my god. And the back case of that is just like, dude, I can't. That's Final
Yeah.
Fantasy has me, dude. Like, Final Fantasy VII, I don't know what it is, but like, every, every
I don't
part of
know
it.
if we'll be able to see it. I'll put it as close as I can. So
Mhm.
let me see. Yeah.
The
So I
peg
think
tab.
the first like 100,000 copies,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, has a misprint on the back where it
Oh
says
god.
masterpiece. It's the I in masterpiece is off. So it's like off centered, like really bad. So let me see if I can
Yeah.
get it really close on there. I can't see myself
Oh
right
yeah, yeah.
now.
Kind of.
Uh, where am
Maybe. Dude, it kind of looks
Oh, right,
like.
right there.
Oh yeah. Oh weird, dude. Yeah, that is crazy.
See that eye? It's like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
randomly off centered.
that's so random. But that's freaking
Yeah.
awesome though. That's dude, that has to be like probably one of the coolest collecting pieces of Final Fantasy VII that I've seen. Jeez, dude.
When he told me to like come over and pick it up, bro, my hands are sweating right now, like right now. But like when he told me what he has for me when I'm walking up his driveway, I started to
Mhm.
sweat, bro, and like
Got, like sweat
I
pouring off your
drove
hands.
I buckled this shit in the car. Like I put fucking seatbelts on it, man. I put like
Dude.
so much like shit on top of it to make sure nothing damaged this thing on the short 5-minute drive home.
Hell yeah, dude.
And dude, I just and like it's still to this day, like my hands just like shit, bro.
Have you seen like has Unileska seen that? I bet she's probably like, dude, what in the fuck? I don't know if
Yeah,
she's even got something that cool.
I tagged her in it on Twitter, and I remember she replied back. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like because she's a big collector. Like she has, what is it like over 4,000 like Final Fantasy related things?
Yeah, yeah, something like that, dude. It's insane to see that. Aren't you giving that game away once you get 10,000 members? Oh my
Yeah,
god. Are you
I had
really?
to make it. I had to make it like an absurd
Yeah.
number. Like yeah,
Yeah.
10,000 members. Like that's 10,000 total. Like YouTube members,
Hmm.
subscribers, all that stuff counted to one. So
Oh,
it's
okay, okay.
cumulative.
But still, oh my god. How are you going to do the giveaway? Are you just going to have like a huge scrolling wheel of all the members and
Yeah,
just give it away to someone in
yeah,
there?
yep.
Oh,
I,
dude, putting
for
that in the
for
mail
that,
would kill me.
oh my god, dude. Like, I'd have to insure this shit like for sure. Like
Yeah, you're gonna have to take like I can't remember what it's called, like a Xanax. There you go. You're gonna have to take a Xanax whenever you're on your way to the post office. Just be like, okay, oh god, mailing this thing off. I could not even do it. Spin the wheel. Everybody's counting for it, dude. This conversation
bro.
gives me anxiety. Yeah, dude.
You'll
Yeah.
cage fight somebody for that.
uh, well, man,
Watch out for the WWE
dude,
and
for real.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he's bringing a chair, bringing a chair and freaking table set up for it. Dude, I honestly, that is the coolest thing that I've seen for Final Fantasy VII memorabilia ever. Just because of like how much even the little tab gives me like the feels, brings it back, man. It's
Dude,
freaking
it's
awesome.
every time I look at this thing, every time I walk into the office and I look at it, I'm just like, damn, I can't believe like I never even owned a black label version. I always had
Yeah.
the greatest hits version.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
my
dude.
cousin had the black label one, but when I bought it, I don't know. I remember if I told you the story about how I got uh Final Fantasy 8 by
Mm-hmm.
accident instead of 7.
Yeah.
But
That is.
like the when I eventually got 7, it was the greatest hits version.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's awesome though. I mean, honestly, I can't remember exactly which one I had. I know that my dad got it for me one year whenever we were over at his house for like I think it was like summer break or something, and I beat it in
Mhm.
one summer. But my dad kept on coming in and being like, "Are you ever gonna get off the PlayStation?" I'm like, "I'm so close, about to beat this boss, I swear." But yeah, man. Would you
Oh
mind
man.
showing the misprint again? Oh, we've got people asking for some print,
I got you.
print.
Got you. Got you. Yeah. So the misprint is in the third paragraph. Well, the first one is not really a paragraph, it's one sentence. So Well, whatever. The third paragraph, it's over the word masterpiece right
That is
after
nuts.
dollar. I'll put it back on here.
He's got a great freaking yeah. So it's literally right there. It looks so
All right,
weird too. Dollar masterpiece. What were they even saying? A
let's see. What is
SquareSoft's multi-million-dollar masterpiece is nothing like nothing ever seen before, and it's also only on PlayStation. Dang. Yeah, that eye is drunk. That's one drunk eye right there. Dang. That's freaking awesome.
Oh man, it's cool, right?
Yeah, I've got
I think
a
it's the first 100,000. I think, but like this is significant because it's still sealed. I mean, that game came out in 1997.
yeah. Dude, you need to get like a bomb-proof flight case or something like that, and just put it in there. Just put it in the case.
Don't let it leave my sight.
Yes, exactly. And let's get 10,000 members, guys. Go sub. Go hit them with them subs.
10,000 members. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm a man of my word. If we hit that number,
Oh my
I'll do
god.
it. I mean, it's well over the worth, but like it's something that would make me confident in like doing it, right?
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Well, so Final Fantasy Remake, we've got a couple of questions that fans had submitted to me on the old Twitch or Twitter, I'm sorry. So first one,
Nice.
do you prefer PC or PS4 or 5 for Final Fantasy VII Remake? And why?
This is a selfish one, but I'm gonna have to say PC because my computer can run it fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I know not everybody's computer can run it fine because it's a really poorly made port. Like Square Enix did not do the fans justice with releasing it on PC the way that they did. The fans, however, the community, like the modders and all that stuff, they really, really put in that work and made sure that this game was gonna run good, and it does if you configure it properly enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for me, it's got to be the PC version, man. Those mods are insane. And my Tifa with
Dude.
the platinum hair and the Renegon purple eyes and the black on black with the Air Forces drip. Oh my god.
It's too good. It's too good.
Like
I mean, yeah, Tommy said it the best. The modders are the hero of PC games. Like, I feel like without the mods, I don't know. I definitely would still be like, oh, PS5. But there's no competition now. The mods, you can play as freaking Ronald McDonald Sephiroth. Or you can see him, I guess.
today, somebody created the President Shinra character model swap for Cloud. Like and Marl, the old lady with the white hair in Sector 7.
Uh-huh.
You could play. You could put her over Cloud now too. It's so wild. They're getting to that point now where I'm like, I can't wait to see Andrea Rodeo swap with Cloud,
Man,
so they can do that dance.
Dude, oh my god. Yes. There's like, but that I feel like definitely sets PC like far above PlayStation. I wish there was some way that they could do PlayStation mods, but I get it. But dude, and even
dude, like the frames too, like the gameplay, like even on PS5, it's amazing because 60 frames allows you to like break the game with Tifa. It's just she can cancel moves and like build ATB like full bar in like 2 hits. It's so stupid, but I love it.
Yeah.
And it's such a I need to stop dicking around and make the Tifa like mastered guide. I said I was gonna do that like after the advanced guides I did, because I did the basic guides, then the advanced guides. I need to do mastered guides so this way people can see the true power and potential of like 60 frames for this game, man.
Yeah.
And 120 goes even further beyond, of course, but like 60 frames in this game, you can do some stupid shit in it. Stuff that I learned from Anthony Giannuzzi too.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, honestly, he's got the Ronald McDonald Sephiroth emote. That's freaking mint. That's already out. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I heard Baby Seal had something to do with it, but I don't know.
Yeah, he when it was in early development, he sent us the concept of when he was creating it, and like
Oh my god.
he was very disappointed that it played out the way that it did. But I heard the situation was rectified, so that's good.
There you go, man. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of weird, man. The Final Fantasy community sometimes is not without drama, you know? There's a little bit like you can find it in the pockets. Sometimes, but overall, man, the community in like especially 7. I don't know about the rest of the Final Fantasies, but I know in Final Fantasy 7, like every content creator that I've met is like cool as shit. They're freaking y'all are freaking awesome people, man. Very cool people. But okay. So thoughts on Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the original. Do you think that it is an actual remake, or do you think that it is a sequel to the original?
In my heart of hearts, right? Like I might need to because apparently Baby Seal has changed his stance on this
Mm-hmm.
recently with the Ultimania coming out and more information coming out
Mm-hmm.
that he's been able to study, and for him it's a remake now. But for me, from what I understand, right, and I'll tell you my thought process behind it
Mm-hmm.
and why I believe it's a sequel, because the characters in the game are seeing flashbacks of events that, so as far as they know, have not occurred,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And that technically to me means that, okay, the previous game occurred. It
Mm-hmm.
happened. So to me, this would be a sequel. If, you know, that's just my thought on it right there. That's why I think it's a sequel. I don't think it's necessarily a remake per se,
Yeah.
especially since a lot of things are very different and whatnot. And I mean, you could argue both ways, I imagine, but that's just what
Mm-hmm.
I think right now.
Yeah.
Hydrate with no hands.
Oh
20 minutes.
God. Oh, that one's a rough one.
I need to refill. I need to refill after this one.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, hydrating with no hands is it's a fun one, and it's something I've really learned that I've got a talent for. I don't know how I do it. I've got a huge mouth, and we do it. But
It's too hard with this. This thing's slippery, bro.
yeah, I can do it with this mug. Believe it or not, no, not really. That'd be nuts. But but yeah, man. I after watching Sleepy's video that he did on it, I think it was what was it? I can't remember the name of the title of it, but it something about it's a dream or a memory. I'm trying to think
Yeah,
of what,
I'm actually gonna look it up for you right now. Let's see.
dude.
Yeah,
That
Sleep Easy.
video.
Like I remember, I was telling you the other day. Like this man creates like full feature length films. This
Yeah.
guy's
At,
crazy. And you know, he actually was the first channel that I interacted with, believe it or not.
really.
Um, but in a very interesting way, because I knew who he was. I knew he
Hmm.
was the theory guy, and his videos were crazy. Even Maximilian, dude, referenced him once
Oh, nice.
on a stream. Remember I was watching Maximilian, and he said straight up, he was like, "Oh, the Sleep Easy thing,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh shit, he knows about him too. That's cool." But I was playing Xenogears,
Hmm.
and I guess Sleep Easy came across it on YouTube, the stream, and he jumps in and he writes in the chat. He's like, "Oh, this is interesting," and I recognize
Nice.
the name immediately. I'm like, "Holy shit, Sleep Easy, yo,
Yeah.
what's up, dude? Like, how you doing?" And like back then he had only 3,000 subs, and he was just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Like, how do you know who I am?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? You're the theory guy?" Like, and yeah. So let's see. He has the new. Okay, yeah. So everything is a memory. It's called the new reunion, Final Fantasy VII Remake Solved.
Dude,
It's almost 300,000 views. Holy shit.
and that's such a like. I'm just gonna say it's a girthy freaking video, dude. It's a massive freaking video. We're talking like what is it, 2.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah, it's long. It's 2 hours and 48 minutes. It's longer than
Jesus Christ.
every Marvel movie. I don't except Infinity War, right? Infinity War
I
was like
think
what,
so.
a three
Yeah.
hour?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really long, 2 hours. So like, but I will say this: I listened to the whole thing. I didn't get to actually watch it, but I listened to it while I was driving. I drive a lot for work, and man, it has me thinking so much differently about the entire freaking game now. And I don't know, man. Have you finished the video? Have you watched it all? Calling him out on
Really?
stream right now. Oh God.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I watched. I remember I tuned in when it was premiering,
Oh,
but it
nice,
was
dude.
like
There you
the middle of the premiere, and I'm like,
go.
oh shit, like, damn, like he was killing it too, bro. Because like when you premiere a video, people can donate during it too. So it was it was insane. I remember Baby Seal had posted it in our
Yeah.
DMs, and he's like, "Yo, check out Sleep Easy's like video is premiering right now." I was like,
Hmm.
"What the fuck? He
Oh.
made a 2 hour movie? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
3 hours? Like, yo, this guy's on it,
Hmm.
man." But like, yo, I haven't watched it.
dude. It like,
I tuned in and I was like, I gotta dedicate some time, man. But
yeah.
just like you said, my previous job where I used to drive around a
Mm-hmm.
lot, I would play long ass videos like on
Yeah.
those drives. Like I'd
Yeah.
be on the road like 8 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just watching videos all the time. Night Sky Prince said, "Two handsome kings, his PP is out." What's up, bro?
PB fully out, dude. Yes. How you doing, man? How are you freaking doing? Legend in the chat. But
The legend.
for real, man. I don't like. I talked to NSP about this, but like, before you started making Final Fantasy content, you said that you had maybe seen him a little bit, like in your recommended and stuff. Um,
Sleep Easy or Night Sky Prince?
Night Sky Prince, was it like? Do you feel like? Because I was talking to him about this, like, kind of like a lot of people coming up in the Final Fantasy VII community, in particular, even too, like after he kind of got out of it for a while, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like what type of influence did he play on your career and your content creation?
NSP made me realize that outside of like gameplay, there's so much more to content that you could really put out there. Like he was the news guy. Like he was the
Yeah.
channel that, everybody and still to this day goes to like find out information about not just Final Fantasy, but like JRPGs in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I stick to my expertise, which is just like, Final Fantasy 7 and like certain JRPGs or whatever. Like I try my best to like mimic him in a lot of ways because he's really set the standard and the
Yeah.
roadmap to success in that sense. But yeah, I was getting recommended his videos after I want to say it was probably in like June. I want to say June 2020 or June
Okay, nice.
20 or July 2020 ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yo, this dude is killing it, bro. He was like hitting I think he had just hit like 80K around the time."
Yeah,
And I was like, "Oh shit! Like this guy is the guy like to go for."
dude.
And
Yeah.
people would mention him in my comments and stuff like that because I knew who Soldier First Class was because
Mm-hmm.
Soldier First Class back when I was doing Mortal Kombat videos, his channel was recommended to me and it reminded me. I was like, "Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out." Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I subscribed. We were talking like the chat and stuff, and then out of nowhere, like I started seeing his videos like show up everywhere. Night Sky Prince's videos started showing up everywhere, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like, there's a whole market for this that I wasn't even like tapping into, really.
Yeah, dude. In the freaking intro, his intro, dude. If you're still listening, it gets burned into my head all the time. Like I can't hear your name without hearing the like every freaking time. Every freaking time.
I think it was like what was it, like 10 videos ago where he made a joke about bringing the intro back and he put like in captions he's like, "Oh shit, he brought the intro back." And I was like, "Oh shit, he brought the intro back."
uh, it's good. It's too good not to, man. I'm telling you. I think like my intro on my stream is just like literally me screaming out live or whatever, and people are probably like the exact opposite is happening with them whenever my intro goes on. They're all like, "Turn this down really quick because this dude's about to scream his freaking lumps out." Let's see, y'all know what famous Final Fantasy song I used for that intro?
I have no idea what song that is.
Yeah, I have no clue either. Dude, trivia night, dun dun dun, NSP trivia night.
Our minds are about to be blasted.
yeah. Turns out it's Super Mario RPG, and we're bringing it all back. It's a sample from 1,000 Words from X2. Dang. Okay.
I never played X2. That's the one where it's Yuna. It's the trio female game, right? With Yuna, Riku, and who's the third party member in that? I have no idea.
Goings? Wait, is that real? Is their name Goings? Pain? I cannot remember.
Pain?
What Pain. Maybe? Is that it? Was that her name? I guess so. It was Pain. Dang. There you go, though, man. Yeah, I didn't ever really end up getting into that game either. I think I was like, whenever that game came out, I think, doing like skateboarding competitions pretty heavily at the time. So I was really into
my main knowledge about Final Fantasy like 10-2 is Dead Fantasy. the Dead Fantasy what would you call that? Like a skit? Not really a skit. It's like more or less like just a action beat 'em up with like some crazy sick choreography. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like that was my main like introduction to the final. Because like I played 10,
Mm-hmm.
but I went a long time after 10 without playing any Final Fantasy game. I think actually the only after 10, the only Final Fantasy game I actually played was 14.
Yeah, and honestly, I think so too. Well, I played 13. I played 13, but I didn't end up getting into the like the sequel or the trilogy of 13. But I mean,
Everybody, I don't want to disappoint people in the chat, but everybody when 13 came out told me to not get it. Don't get it. Like
oh
it's like it
yeah.
came out when I was in high school. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was, I wasn't working and stuff, so like $60 to spend on a disappointment, it's a big deal, because
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
just like, all right, now I gotta force myself to get through this. So I spent that money on Call of Duty instead, and I had a great time with that and my friends. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were just telling me that so that I would get the game to play with them, but like a lot of people told me, and even till this day, a lot of people tell me that I dodged a bullet with like 13. But I
Mm-hmm.
was telling NSP about this. Like I actually want to play it now, like more so
Yeah.
than ever,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of understand like what yeah, a lot of people like felt about the game, because all I know is like it's very linear.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the characters suck. And
Yeah.
I think the
Hope.
sequel is better,
Hope's
right?
the
is
worst.
is it part 2 that's better than part 1, or part 3 that's better than part 1? I have no idea.
Honestly, I still have not played part 2 or part 3, but I kind of went through that. Um, like I played 13 whenever it first came out because I know that it was on, I guess, Xbox 360, and the other two are bad. See, that's what I was saying. But I was on tour. I came back from tour, and then I had nothing to do. I had like literally no job, and we were band practicing every day, and then playing shows at night. So I got Final Fantasy 13, and I destroyed that game. I still,
Yeah.
for the love of God, hate Hope so much. Hope is like the worst Final Fantasy character of all time. But I remember liking the game, and I went back and tried to find it years later, like very recently, probably like 2 years ago. I tried to re-find it, and everywhere I looked on the internet was calling it like the worst Final Fantasy game of all time. And
Yeah, I think the main Final Fantasy
mm-hmm,
channel that kind of like not defended it, but like talked good things about it, and
mm-hmm,
more or less not like the good things, but not like the negatives or anything like that. I think I want to say
yeah,
was Final Fantasy Union, right?
I think
Am
so.
I right
Yes.
about that, or
Mm-hmm.
am I misremembering?
Final
Because I
Fantasy. Um.
because I don't recall, but like I remember seeing like, because I mean I'd known everybody was just like shitting on the game, and it's like
Yeah.
it even got me to like I remember they had some really questionable promotions to
Yeah.
13, like Leona Lewis. I don't know if she still makes music now, but like she was really popular around the time when 13 came out. She made a song
Mm-hmm.
called "I Keep Bleeding, Keep Bleeding Love."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so she had a promo commercial of her playing 13, and it was the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like she's like clearly not playing the game. She's just like
Mm-hmm.
mashing buttons on the controller and laughing and doing like smiling and looking at the screen like, oh god, oh, this is amazing, and doing shit like that. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
And
Like,
she's just got Hope on the screen the whole time, just freaking. Oh god.
so I was like, damn, I guess
Yeah.
I guess I did dodge a bullet with 13.
For real though. But I mean, yeah, like honestly, I would say that it's worth going back and giving a try. I don't know about 2 and 3, but 13 itself, the original 13, there gets to a point like it is just super freaking linear for a while. But they added in a lot of different things to the game that they hadn't done in the battle system yet. That were pretty cool. And then once it does open up into open world, it's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
Was
And the story's
Stagger
cool.
was Stagger where that game? I guess that's the Stagger mechanic start in
Mm-hmm.
13, or was that like a 15 thing?
I think it's in 13, I believe. Check me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it was. I think it was that one. And in fact, Tommy the Headphones Breaker, one of my mods in chat, fucking awesome person. That's where I found him at. I did all these streams that was like, is this the worst Final Fantasy of all time? And that's the title of all of them. And so it's like super clickbaity.
That was the title. That was my title for all my streams. Bro. I was like, yo, people were like, yo, you gotta play Legend of Dragoon, bro. It's better than Final Fantasy 7. And I'll be like, Legend of Dragoon, is it better than Final Fantasy 7? Question mark. And at the end, when I beat it, they're like, they want to hear my thoughts on it. And if I always like set them up. I'm like, yo, this game is sick, bro. Like I'm actually having a great time. I'm enjoying it, and I am. But then I always say, nah, it's not better than Final Fantasy 7. The fuck? Look, this dude is a fucking copy of Cloud, bro. What the hell? Town burned down. He's kind of blonde.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like,
mean, 100% clown or freaking cloud clone right there. But yeah, like it was definitely it's worth a playthrough again. It was like, and then too, I'm just saying like there's fans out there of the game that will come out and be like, hey, I really like this game, so it's worth a playthrough for sure. But I don't know if like where it
dude,
ranks in my favorites.
I get lots of comments. Like, I know there's this one guy called Horizon Herbs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's watching right now or if he just like gave up on my channel because I still haven't played 13. But this guy is the one guy. If you guys ever want to do some research, go back 3-4 months ago. Look for Horizon Herbs, like
Horizon
Herbs.
There you go.
This guy, every comment he leaves on my videos is about Final Fantasy 13 and how it's a tragedy that I haven't played it yet. And I'm like, I heard it's actually a success that I've been dodging it. So I don't know, like, but I do want to play it because I feel like no matter what, I'm gonna have a good time. No
Yeah,
matter what,
yeah.
I'm gonna have a good time because the chat is always it's always been keep like no matter what game I'm playing, man. I mean, the first time I played Final Fantasy Tactics, I had a horrible time, but the chat made it fun. But
Yeah,
then I realized I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics wrong, and I learned how to play it, and I had an addiction to that game
dude, it
to the
is
point
so
where
good.
I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics on stream with
Mhm.
a PSP emulator,
Mhm.
and I bought the game on my phone so I could play it off stream and just like
Yes.
have something to do. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
it's just that addicting.
dude, if they ever get a what was it, Fort Condor minigame, if they ever get that on mobile, I'm dead to the world. I'll stream that whenever I
If
can.
they do that before Triple Triad, I'm gonna slap. I don't
Oh
know who I'm gonna
god.
slap, but I'm gonna
Yes.
slap somebody from Square because, like, bro, Triple Triad, that Portal app sucks. That's a
Ugh.
horrible way to play Triple Triad. It's like it's got that Facebook like gimmick where
Mhm.
we gotta have lives respawn or buy more lives to play, type of thing.
Wait, there's an actual like there's a game that you can download of Triple Triad outside of Final Fantasy 8?
Yeah, so you can get the port. I
What?
think it's called Final Fantasy Portal or the Portal app. You can get that and you can
Yeah.
play it through it, and it's like
Oh my
it's
god.
oh, it is also Final Fantasy 14, but
Oh.
I can't play Triple Triad in Final Fantasy 14 because I have a very big addiction to it. Like I
Dude.
have a problem with
Well,
Final Fantasy 14 and tournaments and Triple Triad.
yeah. So question though, is the Triple Triad that's in Final Fantasy 14 similar or closer to 8 or 9? Cuz 9 was
8,
horrible, dude.
8 for
Okay.
sure, 8. Like it's same music and stuff from 8 as well.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm probably going to get in
Yeah.
there. It's 8. Dude, 8 was how do you do that with a game, by the way? How do you have the greatest, possibly one of the greatest mini games in a game of all time? And then the next game, you're like, well, let's fuck up pretty much everything that you liked about it, and let's just put this
Bro,
out.
that's why I still haven't streamed Final Fantasy. Every time I'm about to stream Final Fantasy 8, I find another game to play because I know for a fact the
going-
stream is gonna be 100% me just playing Triple Triad, getting Squall's final weapon on disc 1,
Mm-hmm.
like with Triple Triad, and it's just like I know there's people that are gonna enjoy that, but I get really addicted. I like card games. I like strategy
Dude, me
games,
too.
like Yu-Gi-Oh. I like Hearthstone. I like fucking Runeterra. That's the
Mm-hmm.
League of Legends version of Hearthstone. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, randomly enough, created their own Hearthstone Dragon Ball game, and it's
Oh,
better. It's better than Dragon Ball Kakarot. Like
yeah.
it's a free add-on in Dragon Ball Kakarot, which is one of the worst Dragon Ball Z games I've ever played.
It
in
is.
my
It's
fucking
so
life.
sad. It's so sad about that, but it's true.
Dude, and CyberConnect 2, bro, they had me by the balls. When they said CyberConnect 2, the people that made the Naruto Ultimate
Mhm.
Ninja Storm games were the ones that are going to be making Kakarot. I was like, yo, that game is going to be sick, bro. Have you seen Ultimate Ninja Storm? It made the game action segments and all that stuff would take the anime fights, which were crazy over the top already, and make it exponentially better. It was
Yeah.
insane. So I
Yeah,
was like, yo, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Same people. It's going to be great. It sucked. Pissed
it
me
did.
off. I hate that game.
Yeah.
Advertises it as an RPG, but
Ugh.
every segment that you advance, it just auto levels you. So it's like
Yeah.
there's no point in doing the side missions. You could do all the side missions and not get a single level, and then when you get to the next cutscene, it'll say, "Oh, you just gained like 13 levels
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be able to fight this boss." And I'm like, "What the fuck kind of RPG is this, bro?"
Yeah, yeah. It was rough, man. I literally went, I mean, freaking all in on the game before it came out. I was like, yes, it's going to be the greatest. I got like the deluxe.
Yeah.
I got everything I could on that game, and I was so let down. I mean, I streamed it, but it was rough. It was a rough one.
Yeah, dude, like I was hyped for it, man. And then a viewer told me, I think around the time when the PS5 came out, they were like, "Hey, you have Kakarot on your library," and I'm like, "Yeah, the game sucks." And he's like, "No, they actually just added a Hearthstone game to it," and I'm like, "Say what?" So I installed it on the PS5, and people were just like, "Okay, whatever. I guess we'll play this."
Yeah.
And I had a great time playing it, man. The Hearthstone game that they added to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was way better than the actual Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It's insane.
Dude, I honestly didn't even know that they had added that yet, and I'm going to have to go through and play that game just for that. So if I'm streaming that, you know why.
Mm-hmm.
And Dragon Ball Heroes was actually pretty fun too. I like that. I got kind of really super into it over a couple of years ago, but it's pretty fun.
I gotta play Dragon Ball Heroes, man. They had the cool little promo 15-minute episodes to promote the game before it came out.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it's pretty good. Well, all right. Couple of questions again. Back into the Final Fantasy VII thing. Do we have any theories on what we could expect with part 2? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to get some news. I'm not saying that we're going to get story news, but at least a teaser of some sort might be coming on the 30th or 25th year
Haven't
anniversary.
you heard from my absolute reliable source that you will not be able to play as Yuffie and Tifa?
Duh, duh, duh. Dude, whenever I heard that was going to be a video, I was like, oh God, oh dear God. Because my thoughts were the same. I was like, oh my God.
That shit was so much fun because my editor, shout outs to Threefold Maker, right?
Hell yeah.
He while he was what I'll do is I'll create the video, like the script and stuff, and I'll give him an idea of like memes and stuff to put in there, and he'll put his twist on it, and he does a fantastic job with it.
Nice.
But he told me, he's like, "Yo, you might kind of want to like, do you have this guy on PlayStation?" And I'm like, "Actually, yeah, I do. He added me on PlayStation." So I was like, "Okay, I'll go check the trophy itself." And while he's mid-rendering this video, I see the trophy that he photoshopped or like changed like the dates on, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I see what he did. Like he turned the 6 upside down to make it look like a 9."
It's so cool, dude.
He made it from 2021 to look like 2019, and I'm just like, "Yo, this is funny," but I'm still gonna put the video out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And while I did that, the same night I created like the rebuttal video, and was like, I'll just wait a few days for that to come out and then drop this. And it was funny because I wouldn't say like I like to fuck with like my viewers in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, it's dry season, man. Like, I was putting out content, and people enjoyed it. Like though people actually, if I go back right now and look at the comments, there are still some people on that video that are like,
oh my God,
like flipping out. And I even put like it's been debunked in the description. I put it in the comments. I pinned the update video on it, and people are like screaming in the comments about this like fake theory, and I love it.
So it's kind of a blessing in disguise, you know?
I promise I'll never do that again, but this shit was funny.
Dude, I mean, honestly, it's crazy to see how much like just people kind of latched onto that, and like haters came out of the woodwork, and they're like, oh, well, let's make this video. And I was like, dude, what in the shit is happening? But I'm glad that you were able to come out with like the rebuttal thereafter. I think it's hilarious to know that you were sitting on the rebuttal too. I like it. I like your style, sir.
I was like, man, there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity here to capitalize on two things, and I think that I think I will do that.
You did very well. You did very well. I was like, oh my God. As soon as I think you sent me the video, and I was like,
I could feel like when I uploaded that video, I could feel the air in the world just got like sucked out, like
nice
in unison, like everybody gasped.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't worry, man. It ain't real. I have a video coming out soon. That'll make you feel much better.
Yeah. Legion said it reminds me of the vid that NSP did on the email he got. And I actually don't know what that video is, but I'm going to have to go back and watch it because that sounds hilarious.
I've heard about that video, but I've never actually seen it myself.
Yeah.
But it's the same. He was telling me though, it's the same concept that like
Mhm.
somebody reached out to him. He knew that the rumors were
Oh
fake, and
damn.
he still made the video on it because
Yeah.
content. It's what we do. It's like
Yeah.
we bring the content, and he did that, and it was the same thing. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. He even said that like it's a rumor and all this. Like
Mhm.
he actually went further than I did in the video. Like I said that yeah, it's a rumor. Take it with like a huge grains of salt or whatever. But
Yeah.
like he goes, NSP's videos, he goes ham in the beginning. He tells you like this is a rumor. This
Mhm.
like he has this whole disclaimer,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
saying like he doesn't believe this. He's just bringing it to your attention,
Mhm.
which is the best way you can approach that, really. But
Yeah.
some people still got pissed about it. So it's like, what the fuck?
A real rumors.
I will now only report on real rumors such as ones from 4chan. Hell yeah, bro.
There you go. That's the
And
only
after you
reliable
post
source.
that, I'll make my video on the same thing right after it too.
Yes. But dude, I mean, like, honestly, that's what, like, content creating and especially like reporting on the news that's happening right there. If it came out that was true and you didn't talk about it, what's the point, so
Bro, if this guy is somehow fucking right, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, if fucking Toriyama or whoever like fucking saw that video, I was like, that's a great idea. Maybe we shouldn't put Yuffie and
Mhm.
Tifa in the same party together or some stupid shit like that. I will be pissed, bro.
dude, that's
I would actually delete that video.
that's
From,
something that he would do though, because I watched an interview on him. I'm pretty sure it was Final Fantasy Union that posted it, and he was talking about like debunked fan theories that he had done. And there was an interview, and he was like, I think it was that one of the fan theories was that like Squall was dead after Disc 1. He died in the fight, and that was
Yo.
like the fan theory. And
Excuse me, I love that theory actually because
yeah,
there's a whole website for it. If you go to squallisdead.com,
yeah,
it's still active.
is it still up,
Let me
dude?
see. No.
They take it down.
Oh no, it's called Squall's Dead. Not
Oh,
Squall
there
is
you
Dead.
go. They abbreviated. Nice.
Bro, look this shit. How
Freaking
do
Squall.
I?
Yeah, I don't know on from that camera angle. I don't know how you would do that, but maybe.
I have a way. Let me see. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
This
a
website, squallsdead.com.
Dude, so
This-
it's pretty compelling. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily 100% agree with the theory, but it's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
if you watch the interview or if you watch the thing that Final Fantasy Union did talking about it, like Toriyama said, he was like, it's an interesting thing. He was like, I think people sometimes read in too much to it, but if we ever remake it, I'll consider that. So he said, like, pretty much, I'm gonna fuck with you guys after that. So like, I don't know, man. It would be hilarious to know. I wish you could.
He said thanks for writing the next game and filling my pockets, suckers.
Suckers. Yeah. I wish you could see who had seen your videos to know if some of the creators had been watching some of your stuff, man.
I know, right? And
you
those
never know.
bastards are sitting here watching me like struggle, not
Mhm.
being a fucking Square Enix, Square Penis affiliate, and then all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving out codes to people with like
Oh
500
man.
subs and shit like that. I'm like, yo, bro, I bought this game 6 times, man.
Yeah. How
Give me
many
one
times?
code.
For real. Dude, yes.
But I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. They've said themselves that they've watched Maximilian and lots of other like content creators, like as far as like people that make videos about their new games or their old games. I don't know if it was Toriyama or Nomura, but one of them was saying something about how they often go into live streams where people are playing like some of their older games and they just lurk.
That's cool.
You know? And that always makes me feel like I always feel kind of nervous thinking about that because as content
Yeah.
creators we make jokes all the time. We're like, oh,
Mhm.
this is the most trash like shit I've ever played in my life. Like we
Yeah.
don't really mean it, but I'd feel really bad if like they heard that
Yeah.
me like if I said something like that as a joke and it really like bothered them because that's not like
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like I joke around a lot. Like I say like, oh, this is the worst or this is the best thing ever. religiously. It's like my vocabulary is very minimum. I don't.
Square penis is right. Right now, dude. Yeah, the the exact square penis definitely in the
Bro,
chat.
so we're ambassadors, right, for
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy First Soldier,
Mm-hmm.
and I never only stream on Twitch. I usually do like the dual stream thing, but like
Yeah.
yesterday was the first time I was solo streaming. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the main developer for Soldier is called A Team,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't realize like the he was in our chat like watching like and I was like flipping
Oh,
out
that's freaking
because
awesome.
we came across the last guy in the circle. Me and Legions were playing, and it was the
Mm-hmm.
last guy. He was somehow fucking invisible. I could not accurately shoot this guy. He literally had a float. His gun was
Oh
floating in
my
his
god.
hand, and I was getting pissed because
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the fuck is this bullshit, bro? I can't see this guy. It's like, and then I see Square Team, A Team admin
Oh my
is
god.
like in my chat, and I'm like, oh shit. But it turned out to be Evan, which is the community manager, and he was cool
Oh, that's
about it,
cool.
and I was like, oh okay, cool. Like as long as I didn't make you feel bad about it.
Yeah, yeah. Which I think, you know what, like that is
Actually,
a good way to be about it, because to be honest, like, you know, if something horrible was happening in the game and you're just like, I love this, it's so fake, you know? So it's cool that
yeah.
you're being genuine about it, or even just being funny. I think it's cool.
Yeah, like I mean, he could tell I was still upset. He even messaged me, and he's like, I heard about this, but I hadn't
Mm-hmm.
seen it live. Do you mind clipping it and like sending it to me later? So I
Oh,
ended
that's
up doing
cool.
that, and he messaged me back like thanking me for like doing that and getting it back to him and all this stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
he is
freaking
a cool
awesome.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna definitely play some games with him, and he understands like what we feel as far as it only being only on mobile, but the future could be different. We never know.
Oh, do we have
I
any?
I
Fine.
totally diverged the conversation, and you asked me about like any rumors of what I think is coming for remake part two.
Look, man, I've got
Uh,
ADHD. I go down rabbit holes, dude. So
oh
you've got to
man,
conduct this
that's
train.
when you have me on the channel, bro. I be talking about the most random,
Yeah, yeah.
outlandish shit. It's so hard for me to like focus on like one thing because there's just so many things just like winging left and right to talk about.
Same here, dude.
But theories, dude. Like it's hard to say, man. Like I don't know what to think going forward. My mind was one way before the game, was initially out, and then we can find out more information and um more content from like the materials and stuff. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking another way, and it's just like I don't even know. There's definitely some like shit that's gonna happen that's gonna piss off a lot of people, or a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are gonna love it.
Yeah.
And I still think like personally, I feel like they have to address this whole like obsession that Sephiroth has with Cloud. And I've
Mm-hmm.
always felt like anytime you look at like any of the media or like compilation aspects of like Final Fantasy VII,
Mm-hmm.
there's something with like Cloud that Sephiroth is just blatantly obsessed with, and he just keeps coming back for more, whether it's through Genova cells or puppets or whatever.
Yeah.
He always ends up coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of makes you feel like Cloud has to like die in order for there to be like a actual like happy ending, because even Sephiroth at the end of like Advent Children says he'll never be a memory.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'll just keep coming back. Like there's nothing stopping him.
Yeah. I mean, where do you send him? He's already gone to the live stream. What do you do with him?
Yeah, and I don't think that at the end of Remake they would kill him, because I don't think that's where it's gonna end. I feel like honestly we're in this age right now where we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get so much Final Fantasy VII that it's not even like I've been asking for so much Final Fantasy VII, good Final Fantasy VII,
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, and we're finally getting it. And I feel like I don't know if they'll actually do this, but it'll actually like go as far as like past like Advent Children type of thing, and we
Mm-hmm.
could probably see the series wrap up with like Cloud maybe eventually dying, not at the end of like Remake, but like
Yeah.
maybe after Advent Children or in Advent Children's like saga, because
Mm-hmm.
and also I would like for them to rewrite that, because he is a depressed like piece of shit in Advent Children.
Yes, for real. It's
um
like you just saved the world, and then it's just like
went
he's
back
like,
to being
yeah.
went back to
Mm-hmm.
being moody after saying that like he's very
Shinro.
grateful for everybody doing what they did
Hmm.
to help him. And Fish right, I can't wait to see Barrett become the next Shinra with his oil company. That's right. They were talking about
Yeah.
that in our Discord earlier, like in Avon Children.
Hmm.
There's a voicemail. Uh, Barrett leaves Cloud talking about how he's excited about the next thing to replace Mako as a resource, like
Yeah.
oil.
Oh my
And it's
god.
like carbon dioxide, motherfucker, you gonna kill the planet again.
Yeah. Let's not take the live stream. Let's just smother it and create like global warming. So I think we're good. Sailor Barrett or Sailor Red 13. Which one's your favorite Sailor? Barrett or Red 13?
Red 13, because I feel like it's so unrealistic that they
He's
have a high
walking.
chance of not doing it. Like uh it's just so ridiculous that in the original game, like this lab rat dog is like standing on 2 feet and
That was the
wobbling back and
funniest.
forth on the boat.
Dude, yes.
So it's like I
It's too
don't
good.
think that they'll do that, and I would love to see it.
I mean, there's mods,
I
you
know
know?
for a fact we're gonna see Sailor Barrett for sure. I already bought John Eric Bentley the costume.
Dude, yes. I would love to see that, man. He is just such a freaking funny dude. Like an awesome person, actually. Dun, 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 trying to walk with his hands or his legs. I don't know. I don't know if that would be hands or legs he's walking on, and where does he wear his pants? Is he, you know.
Yeah,
But
definitely hind legs for sure.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I hope that. Well, do you think that we'll get through Junon? Do you think we'll get through Junon in part 2? Or do you have a prediction for kind of like placements where we're gonna land in the saga?
I feel like we will get through Junon because if we don't, then that means the game's gonna have to be more than 4 parts,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see them doing that
Yeah, I mean, there's really not a
for this
whole
one
bunch.
story.
Yeah, I mean, it would be insane to me if they make this entire part 2 just the calm flashback, because there's actually a shitload to really digest in that. There's a lot that's actually
That would
happening there.
piss me. That would make me so mad. Like,
Dude, yeah, yeah. There's no shot it doesn't go past Junon. That's what I'm saying, dude. 7 parts of Final Fantasy 7. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of angry people, dude. They're all gonna be mad at us.
bro, like we just found out how to skip calm in the original game. Don't just make one game with calm.
Dun dun, dude. But I think it was Mo. Mo was saying that he thinks that a really good place for them to kind of like start and end, or like just a nice sealed package, would be starting it off with the calm flashback and ending it with him walking into calm. And I would love to see that, man. I feel like it would just
Yeah. Right. Continuing, I guess, from like the end of what Yuffie's DLC was showing us.
mm-hmm. I think
Because the end of Yuffie's DLC just shows like a 5-minute CGI scene of Barrett, Cloud Tifa, Aerith, and Red 13 walking out of Midgar and going towards Calm, hitchhiking to Calm, and then walking into Calm. That's when
yeah.
the flashback ends over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we'll get exactly that. Or it could start off like maybe like I keep thinking like Remake Part 2 could start off like dark, rain, lightning, thunder, and it's like playing the Sephiroth theme song. What is it? The Man in the Black Cape, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a really ominous song.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it's like we're controlling Cloud and he's fighting a dragon, and then
Dude,
he's about to
yes.
get hit with like some fire, and then like Sephiroth comes out of nowhere and saves him. And
Yeah.
then it loads up to the tutorial, and we're in the flashback where Cloud and Sephiroth are fighting the dragon outside of
Dude,
the
that'd be
vehicle.
so
And
cool.
I think that would be a really cool like tutorial. Maybe even give us a chance to play as Sephiroth. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Highly doubt it.
fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. I mean, like, I just feel like that would be an awesome starting to it. It would definitely set the scene for if this is going to be like a darker chapter in the Final Fantasy 7 saga. Like, if this is going to be a darker game and start off a little bit darker, because as we all know, something is definitely coming around the corner. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the Aerith death in there. If they don't, what are they going to do? But it just seems like this next part could be a darker series of 7.
The weird thing about it for me though, like I can't see Aerith dying. It just seems way too obvious, right?
Yeah.
It just seems way too obvious to me because Sephiroth is well aware and he knows that the reason why he loses is because Aerith, while being dead, is able to control the live stream or ask a live
Yeah.
stream for help to like save the planet because Holy failed. She casted Holy before she died. Holy came out, didn't stop shit. Well, it like stopped. It delayed the meteor for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the live stream came out. And at the end of the game, it shows Aerith's face, so it's like letting you know, oh, this was her. Like she did
Yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Even Cloud and them say that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I can't see Sephiroth making that mistake again. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Man,
I could
honestly.
see. I could see him as much as it breaks my heart, like killing Tifa, because killing Tifa would make Cloud like it would break him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, after I watched the Sleepy's video, I'm like, my whole mind is completely shook on what I thought that remake was. And if it turns out that his is not, that's probably like the one. There, I don't know. There's like fan theories that you're like, this is so clean cut. There's so much of a coincidence type thing going on that how could this not be the case? Like, but I don't know. I don't know what to believe. The writers are good at what they do because the fact that everybody's still talking about it, if it was just a clean, here's just a remade version of Final Fantasy VII, I don't think people would still be talking about it as much as they are now. Like part
Not
two's,
at all, man.
I
It's
dare to
given
say part two's probably even
given us
more
so much
hyped than
content.
one, you know? Like part two's probably more hyped now than even remake part one was before it came out.
Mhm. No, I agree, man. I mean, because like honestly, and I can't thank them enough for it because at first I was like,
Mm-hmm.
if I could find my initial playthrough or get it to like play properly, you guys could hear my thoughts. And like I was annoyed with the ending
Mm-hmm.
because of like Aerith's like monologue, I guess. It's
Mm-hmm.
just her talking, and she just seems like so robotic and not cheerful. It's like obviously a design choice because they wanted to feel
Yeah.
like this is a oh shit type of moment, you know. But
Yeah.
the thing for it with me is just like, then I realized like, oh wait, I get to basically re-experience this game again all over for like the first time and be
Mm-hmm.
surprised at it because it's like I already knew what was gonna happen. We already knew what's gonna happen in the original game if the
Yeah.
story goes out the way that it does. Um, Now with these changes, there are gonna be lots of things that we don't like, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe there might be some things that we don't like, but there's also going to be some interesting things or new things that they introduce to kind of like, I wouldn't say change up the story, but add some elements to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives them an opportunity to kind of fix things that they did incorrectly with Crisis Core and like the compilation
Yes.
stuff,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of characters and stuff they didn't do right.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say didn't do right, but it just came off as the execution was not the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I could say it.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. I think that this like kind of their mulligan in a sense. Like they had a great story, but like you said, it just kind of wasn't maybe like as well executed as it could have been. And I feel like this may be their chance to just kind of redeem themselves with what they've already got. Because I mean, 7, like, geez, man, how do you like follow up from that game? I've watched a lot of I've watched a lot of interviews recently with game developers like Diablo, the first game developer for Diablo, wins all these awards, Game of the Year, crushes it whenever that comes out, and that's one of his first solo games that he makes. And then after that, he's like, everything's almost in a sense been like a disappointment for me because it hasn't reached that status. And I think like 7 might have been a curse in that sense. Like anything else in that anthology, like from 7 at least, you've got there hasn't been anything. Dirge Cerberus is like probably one of the lower of that, but like, you know, even I don't know, like I don't know that they've really came out with something that's reached that same height. And I think with Final Fantasy Remake, they're trying to kind of hit that same high again.
Yeah, by utilizing failed aspects of the compilation to kind of like
Yeah.
boost it, but also add more, I don't know, variety or depth to it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole like you know bringing back like Zack type of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal because and I don't even know what they're gonna do with that too because at first I was thinking maybe they could have a multiverse type of thing going on.
Yeah.
But then
Oh God.
you see what you see at the end of Yuffie's DLC, and you're like, okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is a multiverse. I don't know what's going on here. But then theories, and your head starts to spin, and you start to wonder, okay, what the fuck is actually going on here?
Yeah,
And you just
yeah.
you really
Yeah.
you really just end up going around in circles, man.
They've left
It's
us
just
with a very open door and having no clue what we're walking into. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know. The only thing that I could really think of that might like give me some comfort, because I hate the idea of multiple like alternate timelines and being able like changing that stuff. But I mean, like, either maybe, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that somebody came back from the live stream, like Sephiroth. Their will was like that strong or whatever. So maybe, no.
Yeah.
Hold on
Yeah,
one
yeah,
second,
you're right.
Chad. I
Like, I
think
mean,
possibly. Can you hear me?
I just hello?
No. Got to go
Yeah, I hear
to
you.
one thing really quick. My audio on my end has completely crapped out on me. Give me 1 second. My headphones actually died.
Oh,
And
shoot.
we'll
This
go
actually
keep that
sounds
and then multi-output device. There we
sounds
go.
much
All right.
cleaner.
Can y'all hear? Can you hear Blitz?
check, audio check. Can you guys hear me?
And
Testicles 1, 2, 3.
possibly. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Check. You can hear him? Oh God, I can't hear him. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun. Give me one
no.
second. He sounds lovely. Well, then there you go. We've got that going for us. Multi-output device.
Yay.
Yes. Sorry, I got you. Got you back. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
But dun dun dun. Has to be a testicle 1, 2, 3. I'm just saying. But
Always has to be a testicle 1, 2, 3.
dude, that's the way it goes in our chat as well too. I don't know why, but we do it. We do it every time. But yeah, I really feel like square penis 1, 2, 3 check.
You know, that joke is gonna make them not affiliate me. I promise.
Like you're gonna put in for part 2, and they're gonna be like, aren't you the square
So you
penis
calling
guy?
a square penis, huh, motherfucker? And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
are talking about?
You're gonna have like 100,000 people in there being like, please just partner Blitz, and they're gonna be like, you mean square penis, man? No, I'm sorry.
I mean, like, look, you guys need humor, bro. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Like,
Yes,
that's
yes.
what the people want.
Trust me, the developers are gonna love it. I hope so. And maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll get like maybe we'll get a new like a logo design, and it will say square penis over the front as soon as the game boots up. You never
My
know.
editor created that for one of our videos where I said square penis, and he just did the damn thing, and I was like, yo, this is perfect, bro.
You need yours to start off like Final Fantasy VII does, with like the fade in, fade out, and then just have that, you know, put that on there. But yeah, I implied that you have pick a penis, but if you're giving me little PP energy right now, oh shit, oh damn, see, there you go, Fish Fried Cat's already got you a freaking comeback.
Yeah, plus, I mean, by calling them square penis, it's not like rectangular penis. So, I mean, I'm telling them that they got the thickness.
Yeah,
Thick.
yeah, square
So,
penis, third
You can't
testicle.
argue with that, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm basically saying they got a Buster Sword.
I mean, yeah, right there
Versus,
you go.
Masamune.
Yeah, you don't want that. Nobody's wanting one of those. Theory is threefold is secret Square Enix employee. Dun dun dun. I mean, possibly, possibly. But
That's funny.
yeah. Well, let's see here. I think we've pretty much covered most of all of my questions that I've got here. I've got about 14 pages written down, and we've covered nearly damn near everything.
Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened.
Let me check some of these notes here, make sure we got it, but I'm pretty sure.
Gotten better. Wow.
I don't know how we did it, but we've done it,
not
guys.
ramble.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've really done it. We've gone through every one of these notes, all these pages. We've answered all the questions. Question for you both. You have the opportunity to do the voice of one of the Final Fantasy VII characters. Which do you choose? Oh, damn, that's a good one.
Bugenhagen.
Who are you going with?
Bugenhagen. Red 13's grandpa.
Yes.
I'll do him like Arnold. Like, it'd be like, yo, Hagen days are over. Just give him a stupid ass voice.
Dude, yes.
100%.
That's probably the greatest answer I've heard. That's pretty good.
Yeah, nobody wants to voice Bugenhagen, but I do.
Can we just, like, can we band together and get that done? I'm pretty sure they're not looking into a voice actor for that right now. Just send them in, guys.
Yeah, see? Like, I already just filled up, 2 weeks to them searching right there.
There you go. I mean, dude, you don't even need a freaking. You just already gave us your application. I think that was pretty perfect and spot on. So there you go. I'm gonna actually
They're
go
called
on and.
Square Penis because they laid on you good with their games. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Fish fried cat. He said he's got some questions for you as well, Blitz. So if you want to type them in chat, or I think you guys. Do y'all have an interview coming up?
We do actually, yeah. It was supposed to be this week, but I was so busy with so much stuff, so we moved it to next week. And it's
Nice.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be great.
Heck
You guys
yes.
are gonna love it.
Dude, yes. Fish fried cat, your content is freaking hilarious, man, and I love it. He said gang arrives in Cosmo Canyon, and Bugenheimen's like, "What's up,
What's up,
guys?"
guys?
Yes, do it. Here we go. Give us the blitz.
Floating on a fucking exercise ball. Like,
Yes.
is Bugenhagen, has it been confirmed? Is he like sitting cross-legged on a floating ball, or does he just have no legs?
I've always wondered that myself. It kind of looks like it could be a yoga ball, but I'm wondering where did he get that in Cosmo Canyon, you know? I don't know. Do you want Kate Sith with a stupid accent too? Ooh, crap.
Hey Sith, I want MJ Gallagher to voice him.
Dude, they at least need to offer that. Like, how could you not? That's a rough one if you don't offer that to him. I feel like we'd be robbed.
He's part motorball. Oh, he's probably riding the same technology. You're right. Motorball and
Oh,
Moth. The
yes.
Mothbot.
He's Motorball's father, turns out. I believe so. Well, dude, what do you have going on new with your channel, and what can we expect going into 2022? You got some big goals for it? What are we thinking?
2022, I want the goal is to get to 100K. 100K. We're really close to hitting 50K. We're 700 subscribers away from 50K. That I'm like sweating. You know, it's actually kind of funny. I last year when I was really drunk on a stream,
It's how the best.
I told the chat
stories
that
start.
when I hit 50K, I'll do one of my friends, he directs like music videos for like big time artists and shit, like Chris
Oh, nice.
Brown,
That's freaking
ASAP
awesome.
Rocky. He does Tory Lanez. Like he lives in Cali now, but
Mm-hmm.
he does like big time like music videos and stuff. And he always tells me like he always wanted to like collaborate with me, and he'd hook me up on a really good discount and do like some crazy edits. So when I
Yeah.
was drunk, I was like, yo, fuck it. He was in the chat too. I was like, when I hit 50K, I'll do the cloud dance from Honeybee Inn,
Yes.
like full on like presentation with using his production company and stuff. And chat was like, yeah, bro, we love it. And then I realized, I'm like, wait, I'm very close to 50K.
Is that true? Geico's been saving
change
folks money
this.
for 85 years.
So I was like, yeah, 100K. So we're halfway there, guys.
Dude, I feel like 50K, we're going to need to get that. We're going to need to get it down, guys. Maybe we can come in the middle, meet in the middle, 75K.
Yeah, I'll make it a big like extravaganza, maybe like fly out everybody, like have Fish Fried Cat be one of the honey boys.
Yes.
And Night Sky Prince could be Andrea Rodeo with me. And I'll be Cloud.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. I feel like that would be awesome. I mean, yeah. So
Fish Fried Cat will be the bunny. So I said bunny boy, honey boy, that puts the makeup on Cloud when he's like in the chair.
yeah. Nice. Dude, yes. Well, heck yeah, man. So we're looking at probably hopefully at least that, and then I mean I don't know, I'm looking at your channel, especially like the end of this month. I feel like it's gonna end up being pretty busy. Hopefully we get some type of news, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean the anniversary's coming up, and I do have a lot of content. It's funny to see how much I could like stretch out of like Final Fantasy VII Remake in terms of like videos goes, but like I do have these master guides I want to create and release. Because I feel like from when I made the advanced guides, I made them too close in between to the beginner guides, and since then I've learned so much that you can do, even more so than before. So now I want to make these like master guides and just be like, yo, I'm fucking done. This is what you can do. This is what you need to do. This is how you break the fucking game. Square Enix, pay me. Like that's pretty much it. Like that's what I want to do and focus on for the rest of like not the rest of this year, but like majority of this year, like just getting rounding out all the bases that I can with it, and then also jump back on to Final Fantasy 14. We didn't even talk about 14 yet, but I was a long time player of it. Did that game a horrible disservice because all I did was focus on gameplay, so I'm like really good at the combats and understanding boss mechanics and like raid mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
But didn't know shit what was going on in the story at all. I skipped every single cutscene from like
Yeah.
when I first started playing it in like 2015. So looking forward to making 14 Final Fantasy 14 like battle rotations and
Hmm.
best in slot gear, how to like craft certain things. Like I want to be able to do that for 14 because 14 as a game is very expensive. There's so much
It
that you
really
can do
is.
for
Yeah.
it and the way that it exists.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm almost the same with you on that. As far as the story for at least the first two games in it, it was so hard for me to get into. It was
Yeah.
ridiculously hard. The story really picks up later, but
Yeah.
um, the actual battle mechanics, I don't think I've seen very many people doing that, and I think that would be a really cool thing for you to hop into and start doing it
That's
because that's
another
what you
thing
do.
that I remember seeing too was like people would create like battle rotation videos and then they
Mm-hmm.
would like it would just be like a montage of them just doing crazy damage and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, how the fuck you do what you just did, bro? Why didn't you tell me like what spell that was? Like,
Yeah.
what is this? What move are you using, bro? Like, and it's like they expect you to like they didn't even zoom in on the screen or make the HUD bigger. It's like what did you
Yeah.
use here? Like, you have buttons all over the place and stuff. Like, I want to create a structured video that actually has like the spells like listed there, showing you like what order you need to go
Mm-hmm.
through and do. And
Yeah.
I think that's what Final Fantasy 14 is missing. There are people that are out there that do that,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I could do it better. And that's just the mentality you have to have in this
Yeah.
type of like business. It's just like, when you look at other people's content that it's doing stuff that you want to do, you got to figure out how can you make yourself stand out more,
Yeah.
right? What do you bring to the table that's more unique? What can you do that's different in a sense, right? But
Mm-hmm.
but still talking about the same things. And I see you
Yeah.
guys talking about the Tifa cosplay. Yes. So I bought the Tifa outfit,
Oh my
right?
god.
I have the shoes and the
Yes.
outfit came and bro, it was way too small.
That's even
Like
better. There you go.
that shit was nah, bro. That shit was not like I was like, bro, this shit does not look good. So I ended up returning it and I was talking to the person who made it about like getting me like a custom size. I gave her my measurements and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But between like the end of the year whole situation and whatever, I never followed back up with her on it. So I'm gonna reach out to her again soon so I can disappoint my
Uh-oh.
mother and show
Jen.
her on, stream me dressed up as one of the hottest girls in video games
Heck
history.
yes. Dude, that's going to be hilarious. Thank you so freaking much for the gifted subs. You were insane. Thank you. Holy crap. Thank you so
Yo,
much.
man, Anthony Giannuzzi,
I
bro, thank you for
know.
that.
You're freaking awesome, man. I think your background and all the fighting action game tutorials will really shake things up on the Final Fantasy 14 side of things. Other people are kind of eek.
Yeah,
True.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm even recently, like, because like samurais, like, I mean, every character got like 5 to 6 maybe new moves and different reworks to where their rotations and combos work. So I wanted to take a look at it, and I'm looking at people's battle rotation videos, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not talking about like why'd you hit that move when you hit this move? Like, what sense is that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a whole different like level to I think content that I can make for 14, and I'm excited for it. I really am.
Yeah. And like Panda said, I mean, a lot of people could benefit from the guides on how to beat bosses because there's a ton. I mean, my God, like seriously, as far as games go, there's
Yeah.
so much content for 14.
Miss Tech does a very great job
Mm-hmm.
on breaking down like those like raid bosses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think she explains it
Mm-hmm.
to you if you are already well versed within the lingo of MMOs, like
Mm-hmm.
Tank Buster and stuff like Night Sky Prince was talking about earlier. Um, I think that I could also do what she does,
Mm-hmm.
but dumb it down even further, like going step by step, slowing footage down, zooming in on specific cues. Because coming
Yeah.
from World of Warcraft, we had this thing called Deadly Boss Mods that
Mm-hmm.
basically played the game for you. It told you there was like certain alert cues that would play. Oh, the boss is about to do this. Get
Yeah.
behind him or like run away. Like it tells you where to go
Mm-hmm.
positional wise. Um, 14 doesn't have that. They just kind of show you for a split second where the move is gonna be. You need to get the fuck out of there,
Yeah.
type of thing, right? So I kind of want to
Mm-hmm.
like go through these fights, understand them, execute them perfectly, slow it down, showcase it from different angles, how to do it if you're a DPS, how to do it if you're a healer, how to do it if you're a tank, that type of thing. Show
Yeah.
the different aspects of it. Of course, this means I got to make a healer, which I've never done, but I would like to do that because there's not a lot of people that do that, that
Yeah.
have all of that in one. Like, how do you do this boss as a healer type of thing? How do you do this as a tank? Whatever,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, dude, especially like I think it's on like a 3 month or 4 month rotation where they come out with new content. That game is constantly evolving, and especially with the latest edition that they just came out with, I think there's supposed to be another patch. I think I heard there's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be
heard
what,
I heard
March
that a
or
lot of
something.
characters apparently, a lot of jobs are having issues with potency, so
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be reworking the way that certain damage output works for certain classes, which is why I also
Yeah,
haven't really dived too deep into it because I don't want to make a samurai guide and then
and
a patch
yeah,
comes out and they change up everything and I'm like, fuck, I
yeah,
gotta like
yeah.
redo it. And
Mm-hmm.
for some people, they'd be like, oh, well, that just means you get to make more videos, but I'm not a fan of like making something and then it becoming obsolete
Mm-hmm.
like very, very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, exactly. I have no clue exactly when that patch is supposed to come out, but I heard it was soon. I heard it was sometime in the near future, so.
Hmm.
But that's freaking awesome, though, man. So we got a little bit more other content, and then do you plan on doing stuff outside of like the Final Fantasy? You think you'd ever get back into doing like the Mortal Kombat style stuff, or are there any fighters out there, beat 'em up games that you're interested in doing some
DNF
stuff?
Duel, Dungeon Fighter Duel. That's
Mm-hmm.
a game made by Guilty Gear, the same people that made Guilty Gear, and they
Mm-hmm.
also made Dragon Ball Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
They have
That game was so good.
they had a demo out last month. I didn't get a chance to play it, but dude, DNF Duel looks amazing.
I'm gonna
Like
have to look
the
it up.
game looks fun. It's simple to pick up, and I think that is something that I will be trying to focus on, especially on PC with the mods, because there's a character in there that's basically Tifa,
Yeah.
and she's her name is Brawler. I think her name is Brawler because like the game has very generic names for
Mm-hmm.
all the characters.
Makes
Wait, is she
sense.
no, she's Striker. My bad, she's Striker, not Brawler.
Even more generic. I like it. I like it.
Hmm.
But
So that could be a focus for me. But other than that, like if First Soldier does come to PC or
oh my
console, which I
god.
hope it does,
Yeah.
I'll definitely be doing that. I mean, it's a shooting game, but it is Final Fantasy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Was there anything? I mean, God of War comes out tonight, but I'm not going to be able to play that.
Yeah. Wait, God of War PC port is coming out tonight?
Yeah, I don't know if it has. I don't know if it has a midnight release, but I
Mm-hmm.
know it comes out on the 14th, which is in 15 minutes from now.
Dun dun dun. Dude, I love that game. I hope that we get some
Oh,
kind
the
of news
League of
soon.
Legends fighting game. Yes.
That's coming out
Yes.
soon?
Yes. You were absolutely right,
Uh,
man.
TFS would blow up on PC. It's unfortunately it's trapped on
Yeah.
mobile. What do
It's
y'all
100%. It's 100% a Square thing too, because I mean I've talked to people from A Team Legions as well, and they straight up said that they are well aware as to why the game is in the position that it is in right now. So it's
Mhm.
like they want it, but Square Enix for whatever reason is preventing them from doing it.
Dude, there's so much more money they could be making out there. Like I mean, there's so many people that I know that I've been trying to get on this game, and they'll come in my stream and they're like, "Oh, it looks cool," but they don't want to play it on mobile. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Here's BltzZ's video on how you can play it with your controller." And then I've even done videos on how you can actually stream it from different things.
I just
Yes.
found I just found that I had this like in my drawer, but it's like look at all of this that you need in order to
Jesus.
stream the game. This is why there's only
Holy
like
crap.
max 100 people viewing this on Twitch because
Yeah,
bro, this is like this bullshit. Like look at this, bro. This is a fucking USB-C to go plug into my phone,
dude.
and it has all these like different hubs right here. There's an HDMI purple cord attached at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I have power here, charger here, and
Oh
it's
my
like
god.
there's just so much that goes into like playing this game, and it's like what the fuck, bro.
All right, look, I don't get many of these moments, okay? So I just got to do this one time, but Mac victory on this one, okay? That's all I need for the Mac. I just plug this in and then screen record it. It's so much
Yeah.
easier on Mac, but it's only because I've got a Mac computer and a Mac phone, and they're just like,
Oh yeah, that works out. Yeah.
square and poke. I don't know.
This I used to, my other setup before this was disgusting because I had a wireless charger. I
Mm-hmm.
had to take my phone out the case to play it,
Oh,
and
God.
the wireless charger was not charging the
Yeah.
phone fast enough to keep it alive after 10 matches. So I'd have to stop playing and just charge it raw. and pause the stream. But at least with this setup that I have now, I'm able to. But it's like I got lucky with this. I didn't even know that I had this shit. I was just searching through my drawers the
Yeah,
other day and found it.
the old catch-all. They're saying the first soldier will probably die on mobile. I mean, have you heard anything new about like as to do you have any like insider stuff you can drop right here on this stream about like
Yeah.
if
There's a
you think
tournament coming up next week. We have a tournament event on starting the 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern time
oh damn.
for ambassadors. It's going to be first 2 days is going to be ambassadors only,
Mhm.
but we'll basically be competing for points on like who can get the most points from like kills and like wins and stuff. And
Mhm.
it's a 2 day contest for ambassadors, and then I think it's a 1 week thing for people that are not ambassadors. And ambassadors, like top ones that are participating in it, they'll get
Mhm.
highlighted by like Square Enix and A Team, and
Oh, that's
have
cool.
them. They said it's stuff like they'll invite us to like events or like have us on for like personal live streams and events and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And I'm like, that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna get more people to play the game.
Yeah. I mean, easy money if they had some way to put it on a PlayStation, on Xbox, which I guess Square Enix has a new hate of Xbox or something's going on with Xbox. But like even PC and PlayStation, my god, the amount of people that would open up to that is insane. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be freaking
dude,
cool.
especially on PS4 and stuff. Because I mean,
Mhm.
this game could run perfectly fine on the PS4. People will
Yeah.
play it. People will definitely play it, bro. The
Yeah.
people that we're dealing with right now, bro, like it's such a small community that like
Mhm.
anytime an ambassador is playing, they're getting stream sniped, and there's nothing that we
Yeah.
can do about it.
Yeah.
Like me and Legions will get stream sniped by this one asshat kid that I mean, we destroy him whenever we come across him, but then there's a lot of moments where he knows he's playing against us and
Mhm.
we're fighting a team, and he'll try to third party us, and he won't attack the other team. He'll just attack us
Oh
because
my god.
we're streaming it, and he wants to like shit on us.
Yeah.
And
Ranked
that's
is
the
so
biggest
much like
problem
that,
with it right
dude.
now, because with Call of Duty, you can just hide your screen, queue up
Mhm.
randomly, and you'll get stream snipers and stuff, but it won't be too
Mhm.
rampant. But now it's like over the top, because at max there's like what 3, 4 main lobbies every time the match is queued up, and there's
Yeah.
what not a lot of people playing. There's probably a max of like 1,000
Mhm.
people playing.
Yeah. And the thing that sucks about that is it literally is just a port problem. If it was not exclusively on mobile, it's a really fun game actually. And I think if they brought it on to anything else, it would be so much better, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Mobile, especially like the arena style games, I don't know how many are out there that are really succeeding right now, especially after Fortnite got taken off of like phones and stuff. For what I guess PUBG Mobile was one as well too, and
It got announced today that Fortnite is coming back on phone thanks to Nvidia's cloud gaming, I think it's called. I
damn.
saw it was trending today on Twitter that
Yeah,
Fortnite technically is coming back to iOS and mobile because of that, which is
nice.
pretty dope. It's pretty cool.
I've got
And they're going to be #1 again.
for real, no joke, man. I've got a guy. His name is Royale with Cheese. He's never updated the game, but I see him online, and he is still playing on a phone. He's got like an old school iPhone, like probably an iPhone like 6 or some shit, and he's playing Fortnite on it. He's like an older dude that works with my wife, and every time I see him, I know he's playing on a phone, and it makes me happy. I'm like, yeah, son of a bitch, he's really doing it. It's pretty good. It makes me happy every time.
What a legend,
I
bro.
know.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Not only the fact that he's playing it on an iPhone, it's an iPhone 6. That thing's probably got an analog stick somewhere. It's got like a joystick on the actual freaking phone. But yeah, man. So, dude, honestly, thank you so freaking much. Again, I love talking to you. Anytime we get the chance, I end up talking way longer than I had meant to, and I don't know, man. You're fucking an awesome person. I love
So we
checking
have
your
a good
content.
time, bro. It's all about having a good time, I think. It's like
Hell yeah.
things like these are regular streams. I think that's really what matters at the end of the day. Like the gameplay or whatever, to me, is always secondary. It's all about the personality, the fun times that we have, whether it's with the chat or with another person on stream, and just overall just having a really good vibe with everybody.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Likewise, dude. I seriously appreciate you, and your community has been freaking awesome. You are all amazing people. Thank y'all for coming by. And
Of course, man. Yo, shout outs to the squad, man. Squad rolled in deep tonight
dude,
and
for
dropped a
real, jeez,
whole
man.
bunch of gift subs, man. Yo, appreciate you guys doing that. A way to represent. Holy shit. And thank you as well everybody a part of John's community that was able to help me get the Raid Shadow Legends to the second tier. That is
Yeah.
amazing. If you haven't yet, it's completely free. All you have to do is press exclamation point Blitz Raid. Somebody just did it in the chat, but that basically brings you to downloading Raid Shadow Legends, which we have a promotion going on right now where if you get to the tutorial or through the tutorial, it'll count towards my channel and help us with the sponsorship that we have currently going on. And I really do appreciate everybody that did it already,
yeah,
man.
man.
Thank you again, John.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. And honestly, guys, it's a free way for you guys to support a full-time content creator. Literally, all you got to do is go click that link, download it, and play through the game for like, what, 10 minutes maybe? And
10 minutes max, 5 minutes minimum.
Oh, there you go, dude. So there you go. That's freaking awesome. It literally costs nothing. So please, guys, go hit that download button. And yeah, that's 63 people we got in here right now that my viewer count's saying. So let's get you to the next tier, dude.
Hey,
Scott, you're freaking awesome. Miss you as well. It is on mobile, yeah. So if you click, Meg just posted it. It's Blitz Raid. If you guys click on that,
yeah, that streams.net/raid blitz. If you click on that link, it'll, depending on what phone you have, it'll open up your app store and you'll be able to download it that way.
Hell yes. But yeah, man, I think we're going to keep this in the Final Fantasy community. I believe Sleepy's is streaming right now. So
nice.
Pull that guy up and hit that dude with a freaking raid. And Hosky, dude, get up in this house. Freaking love this guy. But Blitz, again, man, have a blessed rest of your night. Thank you so fucking much for coming on here. I love your content, and I cannot wait to see what happens. 100,000 this year, dude.
I love you. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate you so much. I mean, I know it was a year ago since our last talk, but dude, it felt like we never skipped a beat.
I know, right? I'm telling you.
We just hit the ground running, bro.
Every
time we meet up.
Hell yeah, man. Well, seriously, dude. Again, thank you so much. And thank you to your community. We're going to freaking hit little sleepies with a raid. And again, man, everybody please make sure to check out Blitz. And yeah, let me, I'm going to try to pull up sleepies on my computer that is slow as hell. But you guys have a blessed rest of your night. And make sure you go hit him, please, for the love of God, on the YouTube. Let me post that one last time here. Yes, Haas, thank you so much. I freaking love you, brother. Y'all have a blessed rest of your night. And we'll catch y'all later.
Yo, see you later, chat.
BltzZ! We fucking did it! Dude, my headphones died midway through. I freaking iPhone, little iPod thingies suck. They're horrible. They're the worst.
Yo, but bro, it worked out.